quick. Hopefully it goes on. Yep. Look at them celebrating, man. These niggas. And they could probably hear me. Yeah, I know y'all heard me. I know y'all heard me. Y'all, I know what y'all are, man. I know what y'all are. Give me like 2 minutes. Like 2 minutes, chat. 2 minutes. Um, one. I think this is it. Yes. All right, cool. Yo, what's up,
Sure.
everybody? How y'all doing? Long time no see. It's been a while since I've done one of these collab streams because I'm normally just yapping with Murphy. But here we got a good friend of mine, someone that I dearly respect, one of my favorite creators in the community. Brought something new, brought something hilarious. You know, I did a pun there, hilarious. We got our
Yeah.
boy Mugiwara no Goofy. Thank you for pulling up, brother. How you doing, man? What's going on?
Hey man, I'm doing great. I'm just happy to be here. You know what I'm saying, Jay? Hey man, is we got to stick. Black actors, we got to stick
We,
together. All
we
right,
got
that's
to.
what I'm
We
saying.
got to,
We
man.
got
This
to.
is there's four of us. I think this is me, you, Cole, Brago. I feel like I'm missing somebody else, but yeah, this.
I'm sure you are.
I'm pretty sure I'm
I'm
missing.
sure you are.
I'm
But
missing
yeah,
somebody else. I'm certain of it. I feel like because it's like at least that this still make. Would you throw Rob in there? Rob kind of just
I
had
was,
me in general.
yeah, bro. I'm pretty sure Rob got the key to the city. I don't think we
That's
need
what I'm
to. You
saying.
know
Yo,
what I'm saying?
Rob is Hollywood now, bro. You can't even
Yeah.
associate with him no more, dog. He out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's definitely good to have you here, man. So we're just gonna keep it chill today, chat. I know you guys had some questions as well, so let's see, cause this is hella bodega. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can get the chat pulled up here. I know we had some questions, but first and foremost, we got to start with the basics, right? So we're in Elbaf right now, new arc. What's the vibes? How you feeling? What are you liking about it? All of that. What's going on?
I love it. You know, I think everybody, well, I guess I won't speak for everybody, but I of course love it. You know what I'm saying? Like it is incredible. The only thing that I find just like a little bit like not weird, not odd, but like I guess interesting is like it just feel like I'm just wondering how serious Elbaf is gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen the darkest One Piece can get, like both in the present and in flashbacks. The one thing that I just keep thinking about is like, what is gonna happen on Elbaf? Like, is it gonna be like a tragedy like at Sabaody? Or are they just gonna laugh it off and go to the next island? We're in the end game now, so that's what I keep
Yes.
thinking about, you know? So yeah.
That's a good point. I haven't really considered whether this is going to be a good or a bad ending because if Emu's here, the final villain's here, Luffy is here. Luffy can't beat Emu now. Like he just can't do that.
He can't, yeah.
And it's like obviously you see the time limit and Emu is coughing up blood. I think he got tuberculosis or something. I don't know what's going on with all that
I
coughing.
don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah,
Bro.
he needs Robitussin, but he's obviously got a time limit. The God Knight's got to get out of there, but at the same time, it's like, how are they gonna accomplish what they came here for? Are they gonna leave with something? Because I feel like it's got to be, I'm gonna leave with something that's gonna give them motivation to go after him, right? So
They can't be too sorry is what I'm saying. Like they literally can't be too sorry. They got to do something and we got to be like, oh no, they did that. You know what I'm saying? Like it has to be like that because like if Emu himself pulled up and we just max him out and he leaves, I would be confused. But like they got to do something. But I will say this one thing I'm positive of now: Emu is not going to be the last bad guy. Like that's Blackbeard for sure. Like we wouldn't have seen him now if it was, and we still don't know what Blackbeard is doing. So like I'm positive he's the final villain of the story.
so I've always said this to people as well. Blackbeard is the final villain and it's in Zero. But the thing is like, this is a video I was gonna do, but I'll share a little bit of what I had, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I say a statement, One Piece doesn't have an iconic villain. How do you feel about that statement?
I mean I agree. I feel like I know what you mean by that, which it's crazy because I agree instinctually, but I do think Blackbeard is a great villain. I think that it has good villains, but like, well, what do you mean? What do you mean when you say that? Because I think I agree.
So when I say iconic villain, I'm talking about a villain that transcends the series. Someone where a basic anime fan will look at them and say, "Oh yeah, that guy's
Yeah,
crazy." Do you know what I'm
that
saying?
is
When you're
that's
putting,
exactly what I thought. Yeah,
and
that's what I
that's what
thought
I'm
you meant.
thinking
That was
because
what
it's
I
not
was feeling.
exactly because it's not that One Piece don't have great villains. It's just that
It's
there
that
isn't an
they're
icon
contained into One Piece.
with
Like that's the
contained into One
way.
Piece.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think like because Blackbeard is a good. Yeah, I would say that the only person I think could be like they could be good villains outside of One Piece, but like you said, iconic. Like looking at them like the Joker, I don't think so. I don't think I can think of anybody like that. The closest thing is maybe Doflamingo, but he
He's the
really
closest one.
wasn't like. Yeah, he might be the closest one, but he really like we got him out of there like in one arc, so it's like I can't really like if he had a bigger presence, maybe, but like I don't know.
So the formula, I can't. I have the reasoning, but at this point, I'll just spoil the entire video I have, right? But the reason Doflamingo is popular is because of the shirt and the swag. It's the swag of
That's
Dofi,
100%.
right? Because once you
100%.
saw the
Yeah.
Jonathan Majors thing, right? Most
Yeah.
models, right? Because Doflamingo really is like you're seeing most black men with their abs ripped out and the feathery clothes.
Yeah.
Like, of course,
He
oh my God,
got that
look,
shit on.
Doflamingo.
Yeah,
He do.
that's he do. Yeah.
But that doesn't make him iconic, and that's not what I mean by an iconic villain. When I will tell people, it's like, well, when you what does an iconic villain mean? You're thinking Dio, you're thinking Aizen,
Yes.
right? You're thinking
Madara.
right?
Yep,
These are the people
yep.
that when you think of their names, you know exactly what story. You already know what they've done because you've probably seen a clip. You may have never watched JoJo's, but you know Dio and that damn steamroller. Whatever, like you have no context.
Yeah.
But it's
You
the
get it, yeah.
steamroller or Zaworldo, right? Madara Uchiha,
Yeah.
it speaks for itself. And then if you're talking about Dragon
Yeah.
Ball, Frieza or Cell, but it's probably Frieza. It's
Frieza,
actually
yeah.
it's
It's
just
good.
legitimately
Yeah.
Frieza.
I would accept Cell, but yeah, I would say Frieza. I would say Frieza for sure. Like, yeah, dude, no, I completely agree with you. There's no villain that like jumps out like that, and that it's like really like all contained in the story. Also, I'll say if we made it like an arena and we dropped the big bad in every series, I don't know who I would put in there for One Piece because who has to go up against Madara and Dio and Aizen. Like, I fully believe those three could fight it out like themselves. I don't know who we're dropping in to fight those people. I really don't, like, in presence and in strength. Like, so yeah.
Yes, and to me, the only candidate is Blackbeard. I think he's the only one because of one key component. If you think about all the villains that I've named, they all have some commonality. They were present throughout the entire narrative for the most part. If you're thinking about like Madara, oh my God, am I lagging? I'm not lagging. Goofy, you still there? You froze. Chat, am I crazy? Did something happen? Hello? Did we lose Goofy, chat? What happened? Yeah, we froze. He's gone. What happened to him? I'm not lagging, right? It's not me. It's not me. I just want to double check. It's not me. His internet might be wonky. Okay. Whoa, bro got hit by Dio. Okay, so he got hit by Zaworldo. That's exactly what happened. Okay. All right. It makes sense. He's back. Yo, we saw.
There we
got
go.
hit by Dio. Dio got you, bro.
That is exactly what happened. Oh my God.
That's it. We used.
Oh my God.
He came back, bro.
I was trapped in a fucking domain expansion for a second. Holy shit.
Yo, he just
My
got out.
God. Oh.
I was saying that for the most part, the commonality of all those main villains is that they're kind of present throughout the entire narrative, or they show up multiple times throughout the story, but they're the main part of the overall ending of the story. I think Frieza's the only one where he's appeared multiple times, but he wasn't part of the end overall. But when you think Frieza, you think racism, right? That which is hilarious, but it's the truth. Like immediately, like
And he's had the most, like, when I think about Frieza, I don't just think about Namek. I think about the Saiyan saga. I think about when they pulled up to Namek before Frieza even stepped outside of it. Like, so for those, like, for the Saiyan, Namek, and Frieza saga, it was just Frieza. Like, if I could think, that's why when you said Cell, I would give it to you, but like, I think it's less because like nobody was scared of Cell. Everybody was talking about Frieza.
Everybody was talking about Frieza.
Like, almost since the Saiyan saga, everybody was like, hey, whatever you do, don't run into Frieza. All right. He is too strong. Cell just kind of popped up, you know, and really we put him through hell before he got to his final form. So we was kind of dogging on him before he got there. So I would still give it to Frieza.
Exactly. And it was like the same thing with Madara. They was talking about Madara early. It was like, yeah, bro, Madara, that boy was different. It was like Madara Uchiha, yeah, like if he comes back, and we were all thinking about Naruto, like, yo, if Madara come back, it might be raps. Like we was all
100%. I was so happy when he actually came back and it was revealed that the Obito and the mask wasn't actually Madara, because the whole time I was like, you know what, Madara seemed cool, but I expected him to be like, you know what I'm saying, like strong. As soon as the real Madara showed up, I was like, oh, that's him. That is him right there. Yeah, my God.
One thing I'll give Kishimoto is the way he debuted him fighting all them ninjas, and then the 2 meteors. I was like, all right, man. It was that when I was like, all right, man, this guy, he's better than we thought he was. Like,
what I'm saying? Like, you know, and like that was so iconic, it was meme to hell. That's what I'm saying. We don't have that in One Piece. Like, Blackbeard don't have a moment where we could turn into a meme about what about the next one, Onoki? You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. So he can. The thing is, like, I think he can do that. Right, and I think his moment, the big one for Blackbeard, was the 2 devil fruits. Once he did that, everybody was like, okay,
but he still did that off screen. He was on screen and he did that off screen, Jay.
Like, that's his power. But that's his power.
That is his power.
That is his power. So like because you know how Emu, right? You know how Emu was revealed of some devil power. I need to go back to the panel, but you know it's not a devil fruit.
Yeah.
Power, right? The devil's fruit or whatever. I think his power is just the off screen. That's it. It's just.
I would believe you. So as long as you're not looking at him, he can do anything.
Anything.
He can do anything.
Anything. And I'm just like, bro, like how many? Because when I think about it, it's like how many people has he off screened? Like he off screened Law. Like I mean, we saw him fight, but you go back and he's down. Ace, you do a little Entei. Next thing you know, they see his hat on the ground. Like, he went under a shadow, off-screened everything. He off-screened the Whitebeard Pirates. I'm like, bro, he just keeps off-screening everyone he sees. Go ahead, off-screen.
Bro, I'm convinced Rayleigh showed up with a camera. That's why he couldn't fight Rayleigh. When Rayleigh pulled up, he was like, shit, I'm caught in 4K. I got to get out of here. Like, I'm convinced.
Yo. Blackbeard's weakness is Den Mushi's, bro. I figured it out. We put it together.
Dead ass, bro. Why did he, like, I know why Oda did that, because Oda was like, hey, he's going to get 2 devil fruits. I'm not ready to show you how he's doing it yet, or maybe he didn't know exactly what he was going to do. But it just is so, looking back on it, it's like, even his most iconic moment, he didn't let us see that shit. He's like, I got to still do this shit off screen.
Off screen. He still had to do it. He still.
My God.
It is that's actually hilarious. It makes sense why he ran away from Akainu now, because he's like, wait, the camera's on. We can't fight yet.
Yeah. It was live streaming the whole of Marineford, so he was like, man, no, you got to throw this bit. I can't perform to everybody watching. Goddamn.
Exactly. It makes sense. And they call him a coward a lot. It was like, oh yeah, Blackbeard, he can't be like his dad. It's like, well, you got to understand, right? Like his dad didn't have the same weakness, right? Mind you, when I think about it, Rox killed an admiral off screen.
Yes. Yeah. That's well, maybe. Well, no, because the thing is, like, maybe he got the same off-screen powers. The thing is, he also got some on-screen powers. Like, we saw Rox, like, actually do some shit for real.
But did we ever see him beat somebody on screen?
Ooh.
I mean, he beat a child Loki, but that's, I mean,
yeah. I wasn't gonna count that one. He said I wasn't fuck out of Loki. Yeah, he beat the fuck out of him. Damn, you might. That's true. I think you're right. We seen him fight Harold,
and they said he beat Garland off screen. That's true. He off screen Garland twice.
Now that's just that. And you know what, Jay? I just always thought that meant Garland was sorry. I didn't think about that from Rox ever. I didn't even for a second. I was just like, look at him. That's why he's sorry.
You're not the only one. We all thought the same thing. He's a disappointment. Garling is, hey man, he's a shame, bro. You know what? He really gave me some Chet Holmgren vibes in God Valley.
Yeah,
That's really what it was.
Yeah, I would say for sure, 100%. I just hope, because I kind of low key want Garp to fight him, but just because it's an old man fight, and it's like, you know, Garp need to do something, like for real. Like he pulled up to Blackbeard's island, and that punch, I was like, so you could have just did that anytime. Like, no, I get you with the Marines. I'm not asking you to like punch Sengoku or fucking punch Akainu, but bro, do something, brother. Like, do something. If the world government starts wilding out, I just hope he does something.
So then, because I know you got some strong opinions on Garp, right? In general, as a character. Now, is your stance fully he's trash, or is your stance a little more nuanced than that? And how did you feel about Garp and his interaction with Dragon, his justification protecting the Marines? How'd you feel about that? What was your...
What justification? What you talking about for... What justification for...
When Roger, when he found out about Emu, right? And Roger was like, bro, like, you could just quit and join me because...
Oh, yeah, like, he was
you
like...
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
Yeah.
I think what I'll say, because, and this is why I have to be, I'm not careful about what, but it's like I have to like temper like how like intense I feel about Garp, because I know Oda's going to write something in the future that's going to make not only more sense, but I'm going to come around and be like, you know what? I get it, old man. Like, I know that's going to happen. That being said, like, I saw a tweet today, actually. Somebody was like, and look, see, Garp let Luffy punch him at Marineford because he couldn't fight his grandson. And people think that Garp, you know, he didn't do enough to save Ace. And I was like, he didn't do it. He just let someone punch him in the face. Like, that's not, he didn't do anything. And then Ace died, and he was like, yeah, keep holding me down, Sengoku, or else I'm a wild out. So so he's just a pit bull that doesn't bite. Like, I feel that, and I understand that I'm gonna understand it more later on. But as it is, like, he went to Marineford, didn't do anything, let Luffy punch him in the face. Like, sure, he wasn't like, you know, he didn't do evil stuff in Marineford, sure, but like, if the best he can do is let his grandson down, let Ace die, and then go back to Dadan and just let her beat up on him, like, yeah, you know, this is my fault, like, that's the best you can do. Like, and then he had the nerve, he's training Kobe like that's his son. Like, brother, you have a whole ass family member that you was throwing into the jungle and letting those animals fuck him up every day that you didn't take care of, and now Kobe is like that's his actual son. He's not. I just don't like that at all. You got a family, a whole family, and he's like, nah, fuck it, this is my son. Who pulled up to Hachinoso to get Kobe. Luffy has been in so much trouble. Dog, give a fuck. He pulled up. He saved Kobe that week. I don't like him. Yeah, I don't fucking like him. My God. Damn,
this is what
man.
I wanted. This is it. Just be honest. We're in a safe place. My community can handle it. Just be true to yourself, man. Like,
because then his son, there was at God Valley, and Dragon, as soon as shit started popping off, Dragon, he couldn't take it. He just subconsciously he had to shoot somebody. I remember seeing that panel. Dragon just shot somebody, and he was like, all right, well, I guess we're doing this now. Then he just like, he immediately starts doing the right thing. All the God Valley stuff happens, and then Dragon's locked up, and then the conversation between Garp and Dragon, he tosses him the key, he lets him out, and then like Dragon's like, I'm not staying in the Marines. He's like, I know. And then he's like, oh, one more thing, I fucking hate you. And then he's like, yeah, I know. And he didn't say nothing else.
And that's it. And that's it.
No, man, like, hell no. No.
So on my channel, when I have collabs, because I only collab with people that I know I'm gonna love to have on, what normally happens is this is a safe space. So when people come in here, they vent their frustrations, and we always get at least one crash out. And every time we get one crash out, we give you the persona, and we give you a do-rag. So now we've just seen do-rag Goofy. We've seen it now. We've got him. We're dubbing him. That was do-rag Goofy we just saw. We got do-rag Roger, do-rag Brago, Murphy, all of it. That's it. So we're here, finally.
Hell yeah. So,
I'm with you in the sense that I was upset because I was like, Garp, I've been caping. I've been caping for Garp. That's my guilty. I've been fighting for Garp for years. But you understand, like, my boys have been cooking me for it. Like, nah, Garp's trash. Like, I'm telling you, like, deep frying, putting olive oil, like, it's real. Like, they really cooked me. And I'm like, bro, I promise you, once you get this dragon interaction, he's gonna explain himself, because I understand his explanation isn't strong enough. And then we get that. And then you sit there, and I'm sitting there like, Oda, you can't do this to me. Where he says, Roger is directly challenging me. He's like, bro, so you saw they trash, you see they corrupt, you can come with me. And he's like, nah, somebody's got to protect the Marines. Who are the Marines? Oh, you talking about the little guy? Oh, are you protecting the little guy? Because I would just like more explanation. Like, what does that mean? How are you defending them? How are you protecting them? Did not know. And then the interaction with Dragon.
I'm thinking, like you was set up, brother. You was waiting on those interactions to vindicate you, and then Garp was he sold you, man. He sold you so hard.
He sold it, and I was like, bro, your son deserves an explanation. He joined the Marines because of you. He looking at you like, yo, I hate you. You trash. You scum. And you throw him a king, be like, yeah, I know, man. My bad. That's it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like and that's why I understand. Like, I enjoy Garp as a character. The thing is, like, he's legitimately just a cop that's trying to change the force. That's like, yes. I can't fuck with that, because that's the same. Like, it'd be like, I don't know. You hear about all the horrible things the police are doing and stuff like that, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna join them. I think that's gonna make a difference. I'm gonna change him from the inside. Mind you, he has not changed shit from the inside. I haven't seen him do anything. He just keeps not listening to some people. But like Marineford, him even being there, bro, like, you put so many other characters in that position, like, they would not even be able to be there. But people want me to give him points for sitting down and crying, and it's like, I'll be there. I can't sit here for criminals, but I'll sit down for my family. Yeah, the family that man, you ain't shit. He's just not shit. Like, that's just where, like, he can be a cool character, but he is, like, objectively not shit. Like, if this were the real world, like, Luffy's not going to be mad at him ever, but like, he's got such a good reason to be, like, such a good reason to be. But like, if Luffy heard right now Garp is in trouble, he might actually still go get him. Like, Luffy's like way more mature than I am. I would be like, you are not shit. And clearly Luffy's more mature than Dragon, because I don't think Luffy would have been like, yeah, I hate you. Dragon was like, no, I hate you. I can't believe you are still going along with this. Like, I hate you.
Yes. And it's funny because Luffy is a little bit autistic when it comes to stuff like that.
Oh,
like, he's just not really gonna, like, the only thing that's really gonna get angry if you touch his friend or you touch his you touch his food. Like, that's really it. Now, he just happens to have a lot of politically powerful friends, so he destroys kingdoms when you touch his politically powered friend. That's really how Luffy be going around. But like, with Dragon is much more of, saying much more.
He's a revolutionary. He's a revolutionary. Like, he's actually sees the problem. Like, I fuck with Dragon so much, and I feel so bad I ever slandered him, Jay. I feel so horribly bad that I was ever like, Dragon, you need to do something. When I saw that God Valley flashback of him trying so hard to save Shanks and Shamrock, to fucking save the people that were dying, while Garp is sitting there like, hey, what's going on? Yeah, I guess I'll fight this guy. And he's like you are not reacting appropriately for this situation. Mind you, that isn't the first God Valley, so there's a big chance, like, did they say if Garp knew that it was going on? I think they said that he didn't, right?
He didn't, no. And then he spoke to Sengoku, and he's like, did you notice what's going on? And then he got real choked up, and then they scrapped about it. So, like, he had just found out they was doing stuff like that, which was yeah.
But I don't think that was an appropriate reaction if you just find out it's just Murder Island and everybody's killing. I don't think that's an appropriate reaction if you're the hero of the fucking Marines, for you to just be like, I don't like this, and then you grunt about it. Like, that's not, like, Dragon had the appropriate response. That's why I feel so bad for, like, Dragon was just a regular fucking Marine, and it was a regular Thursday to him. And all that shit popped off, and he was trying, he fought tooth and nail, and it's like, he just showed, in those few pages, he showed more heart than Garp ever did.
Yeah. And it's fun. He wasn't. So mind you, you're 100% correct. Garp wasn't the hero yet. He became a hero because of that. And that was propaganda.
Because of God Valley.
Propaganda anyway, right? But then there's the whole point of like my thing. I'm with you where it's like you have learned now that there is a evil that is ruling you and leading the Marines. Pure evil. You already know the girls are garbage. And if you're standing for justice and you're saying, I got to defend the Marines, you don't understand that the Marines are the weapon of this evil. So, like, it's not, to me, and I said it then, I'll say it now, it's not good enough. That's not a good enough answer. There needs to be more. If you talk about defend, tell me what you mean by that. Tell me what your plan is. Tell me how you've been executing it. And then people will point to Hachinosu Island, where he's teaching a class on ethics and how we should prioritize the future and the young, right? And it's like, okay, well, maybe he's trying to raise up a generation of Marines to actually have moral standing and character, right? Which is why he loves Kobe so much, because he's like, oh, well, Kobe's the guy that's going to do it. But in my mind is like, you're also completely misunderstanding the fact that he can easily be corrupted by the system, because the system is designed to corrupt anyway. Every Marine that joins the Marines isn't think, oh man, how can I fuck over some kids and create poverty and slavery? No Marine is going into the force saying, I can't wait to enslave people. This is great.
Exactly.
Nobody's thinking that. They are corrupted once they get into the system. So then my question is, Garp, how? Like, how are you trying to change
I'll even do you one better. Forget about God Valley for a second. If you know the world government has slaves at all, you being a part of it is ridiculous. Like that is, and everybody knows the world government has slaves. Like literally everybody knows. I think after that, like that's just like, it's untenable. Like the system itself, and that's why it mirrors the real world so much. The system itself and the laws that exist in the One Piece world are specifically to keep people in the chains that they are. You cannot change it from the inside because the system was built to do exactly what it is doing right now. Like, it's insane. And that's why I like the flashback that we're getting now with Brook, because it shows that literally all of the Straw Hats basically were just poor kids. Like, that's the main villain of One Piece is poverty. If they could, if the world government didn't didn't spread poverty across the globe, across the globe, then the Straw Hats wouldn't have been incentivized enough to be like, no, I think we should change some shit. I really think we should try.
No, so you're right. You're right. And then it's funny because it does tie in, right? Because it ties into the Brook flashback where I'm looking at Brook and I'm looking at the king. And it's so funny, right? Oda seems to have this weird promotion of monarchies that I find so fascinating. I'm like, Oda, so the world government is technically some kind of weird democracy, but it's not a democracy. It's really a dictatorship. But it's a democracy. It's the world government, right? That's what it is. It's the world democracy that people are talking about. But it's always the benevolent kings that Luffy's running into, right? It's the benevolent leaders. It's the ones that what's his name? Is it Laverne? I think it's Laverne or whatever. The guy pulls up, sees Brook, sees this kid is jumping around, crip walking, playing the violin, like there ain't no bother in the world. And then he offered me a meal, and his song is like, the king is bad, it's the king's fault, the king's trash. Yeah. I loved it. I loved the lyrics. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it was so fucking funny.
And then the scene, I love when Oda did this, the scene of the frog and whatever the curry powder that he threw in there. He looks at it.
That shit was rough. That was rough.
And he thinks about, here they are giving me taste testing for whatever, and this little random kid is just feeding me frogs. He don't need to do that. Instantly, he knew. He was like, all right, man, I have not been paying attention to my people. So he befriends the kid, and then for whatever reason, I don't know why he gave him alcohol. I'm sure you saw he gave him a bottle.
I did see that.
And Brook was drinking it. He was
to be honest, I'm homeless. I'm eating frogs. Give me that bottle, brother. Please let me take a sip of that Hennessy. For God, you see me out here eating frogs just to stay alive, but give me that bottle, bro. Come on.
That's true. You know what? You can spin it. You can spin it and say, you know what? He gave him the Henny to sterilize his stomach because all the toxins that the frog was in. So technically,
that's 100%. 100%. You're not supposed to be eating them frogs. So 100%.
100%. But I think overall, it just goes to show, right, that it's like the Marines being toxic again, the villains again with the monarchy. how are you beating children, bro? Like you're not just beating children regularly. Like you're brutalizing a child like that. The last time we saw something like that, and I mentioned it in the reaction, was remember Luffy and Porshemi in the ASL flashback in the Great Terminal when Luffy didn't snitch on Ace and Saba, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they was using like spiked gloves to beat on him. And I'm looking at that and I'm like, bro, these are with pirates. I understand they villainous. They don't got no morals. They got no code, nothing. They got no ethics. Still reprehensible. You wearing a uniform and you beating on this child because of some curry powder? Like, is it that deep? Like, seriously?
No, bro. The system incentivizes them to like they get taught that like this is the way that it has to be. People fall into the I'm just following orders, like all that nonsense. That's why when I saw that Oda had a picture of like Che Guevara in his office, I was like, oh, we about to there's gonna be some vicious revolutionary shit in One Piece eventually. Like I cannot wait for it to get. I'm sure we won't go full like capitalism is evil, but like they're slaves already. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how Oda would never get like explicitly like,
he's pretty, Oda seems to really promote anarchy quite a bit. It's just that
he doesn't like rub it in our face. I think like at least the political messaging that is like he won't have a dude like monologue about like, you know, and that's why due to the socioeconomic factors, the only thing that we can do is dismantle capitalism. Like he'll never have a character say that, but
he's never gonna say that. No.
And you know, I do fuck with it.
And it's funny you brought up the Che Guevara thing because I'm thinking the whole idea of obviously fighting against capitalism itself, right? You're thinking about how every government affiliated with the world government has to pay a tribute, right? It's all money based. It's all economy. You feed our economy just to be a part of our club. You don't get the only benefits that you get is protection. That's it. That's just basic mafia criminal organization behavior. That's all it is. That's textbook mafia stuff. That's not government, right? So
it is.
When I see that, and I always tell people Luffy is very much just a political tool that he happens to be wielded by a lot of good, benevolent kings and monarchies. Rebecca, Shirahoshi, Riku, right? Crocodile, Vivi, right? You're seeing all these royals with good hearts that allow Luffy to basically bring the anarchy, destroy everything, destroy the system, and then they have somebody to come in and reestablish, right? And this is an ideal world, so that's fine. The only thing I get worried about with it is that, hey, man, how many times have people come in to destroy a corrupt regime, and then the regime that takes over, that initiated it, is just as corrupt, if not worse, right? Which is why right? And we get angry because it's like, think about like, right? I hate to be, I really don't care. I'm gonna talk about it, whatever. But think about like how America will go into certain countries, right? You talk about Syria, you talk about Iraq. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, I will even go a step further. The world government is America. Like, we need to be stopped. Like, that's what I think. Like, that is the 100% what I think. Like, obviously, that's not what Oda's trying to say, but like, we have been like the colonizing, doing things like attacking resources, like the shit that we're doing. Like, yeah, dude, like it is evil, and that's why like a lot of people on the left like do like gravitate, because obviously Luffy doesn't have like a hey, I'm a socialist, whatever. But the things that he believes in and like the things that he says, like, hey, I think everybody should just fucking eat. You know what I'm saying? That those are things that people on the left can like latch onto and be like, that's like, you know, because you know who wouldn't be saying that? The people that are just colonizing everything and making slaves, and like poverty itself is like. Poverty is the biggest part of capitalism, and that's the thing. Like, poverty is like it's created. Like, the people that are poor need to be poor, because if they aren't poor, then everything falls apart. And so that's why I think it's like, so regardless of what Oda's like going for, I think that central message is like undeniable about like how the poverty that exists does not need to exist. I think Luffy's core message of I just think everybody should eat is like something that the entire One Piece world needs. And I hope that when we get more information on like why the world government is so fucking evil, because right now it's like why do you have the slaves, why is racism here, like exactly. You know what I'm saying, like what are we doing? I want to get more information on that, but even if we don't, it would just make sense, because like even in America, like the racism is invented like truly at the top most people might not even be racist. It's just very lucrative to be racist. So it's like if you can make
Exactly.
the money and you don't want to be poor, you're gonna be. It's like that Chud the Builder dude. It's like I'm going to get money for doing this, so I am going
Exactly.
to do it. Exactly. It's because
Exactly.
he don't want to be poor. That's literally all it is. He doesn't want to be poor.
So this is good because when I think about how this is something I've always told people, right? A lot of the times the poor whites, and I'm using this is a great example for people to understand, right? Especially during industrialist era. You always wonder, right? The system itself is designed for the working class to do most of the work so the upper class can profit off that work, and the tax system is sort of around that, right? I'm not going to get too deep in economic, but I'm just going to tell a plain story here. Racism itself is not about the skin color. It's not. It's about power. It's about saying, all right, you poor whites, we're screwing you over too. But at least you're not black.
At least you're not black.
So-
We're gonna keep fucking over the black people. So
That's it. And
fuck
then
with
guess
us.
what? It's like, hey, you're poor. You're not making money. It's because the blacks are stealing your jobs. It's their fault. And they're like, oh my God, they're right. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
So then that's
Yep.
where it goes back and forth. So, but the thing is the people that are higher up, it has nothing to do. It's racist, and yes, they may think less of them, but it's like, okay, so this is great. They fighting each other. They fighting each other for these shit jobs that we're never gonna do. We're building more factories for you to do more shit jobs so we can make more money, right? That's it. And if you tie that back into One Piece, right? Think about Wano, right? Think about one of the reasons I love Act 1 with Wano so much is because it shows the poverty in the system. It's the food source. It's the food crisis. They're poisoning all of the water, all of the resources, keeping everybody poor. And the smile fruit, which is one of the most evil things in the story. Evil.
That shit is evil.
You can't
My God.
People will visit Wano and think, oh, these guys are so happy. Nah, they're miserable. And then you have the weapons factory, and they're selling those weapons all over the place to make money.
Yeah.
While poisoning the land of the people, and then you go to the flower capital. If you're not loyal to Orochi, if you're not loyal to Kaido, right? Same system, right?
Yeah.
It's the same type of system with the world government. It's like, hey, listen, if you're part of the world government, you're great. You might be poor, but you're safe. But those pirates, those other people, evil.
You got to get
evil,
them. It's
nasty. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
the otherism. Yeah, that's what. And I'll even go. Then that's back into the real world. Dude, that's what white supremacy is, dude. Like it is something created specifically to be like a pyramid scheme. Like the people that are at the bottom that hate black people or just like everybody of another race. Like it is very specific because once they do, it's a lot easier for them to keep doing things. Like if they can convince them, like, hey, what we're doing is actually helping you if we hurt. I forgot who said it. It was like some conservative Republican back. He's like, hey, if you convince the poorest white man that he's doing better than the black man, then he'll give you the wallet right out of his pants. It's some kind of quote like that. Like it's and that's what it is. I think like you've just mentioned, I think that could be the reason that the propaganda against pirates is so like ridiculous, where it's like they create the otherism and they to where everybody just like goes along with whatever the system is.
Yes. So then here's my caveat to that, because at the end of the day, right, for me, I see the issues with capitalism and how it's portrayed in One Piece. Like I clearly see it. But then there is also the idea of the noble terrorist versus the terrorist, right? Mm-hmm. With One Piece, it's like the One Piece pirates, if you're thinking about Shanks, you're thinking about Luffy, and I think that's about it. Maybe there's some other miscellaneous pirates out there. You would consider them terrorist? You would consider them the noble terrorist, right? They're still terrorists, but they're the noble terrorist, right? They're
certainly in some situations, absolutely, yeah.
Right. So then you have the terrorists. Their motives are bad. Their motives is self-serving. Their motives is to destroy. Point blank period. When you're thinking about the kids, you're thinking about the Kaidos, the big moms, right? Not Whitebeard. You can throw Whitebeard kind of benevolent, but it's more like I don't follow the rules. There's the pirates. I'm like, I'm just not gonna follow no rules. That's it.
Right,
but
right.
You're looking at Blackbeard, another terrorist, right? You're Houston's kid. He's a terrorist. Capone, terrorist. Apu, terrorists. These guys are terrorists, period. Like, these are not good human beings. So the majority of those pirates are bad enough that at conveniency, this is where now we're gonna get to the world government, because this is the world Emu built. You're looking at the Shichibukai, you're looking at which is gone now, but you're thinking about, and then you think about the Yonko, and then you're thinking about the world government. The Yonkos are important because they have enough power to subjugate the entire world into believing we need to be scared of them. They're so focused on being scared of them, they're not paying attention to anything. They're not paying attention to their exploitation. They're not paying attention to their slavery. They're not paying attention to any of that, because that's why that system is in place. You need a villain. You need a bad guy. That is it. That is politics 101. That is how you generate emotion. And emotion, anger, bitterness, that is the currency for manipulation. If you can get somebody emotional, you can manipulate them. That is 101. That's That's the Prince, Machiavelli, all of that. So once you have that, all of a sudden, even if you are a good person, if you're a part of that bad system and you're a good person, you're still going to get lumped in, which is why when you see the Straw Hats going to different countries, everyone's like, oh my God, they're pirates. Oh my God, he's gonna kill my kids, right? Oh my God, like it's over. Like, my pockets, Marines, please help me. Meanwhile, you got Axe Hand Morgan out here. Axe Hand Morgan is like Tony Soprano out here. This guy's toxic.
Doing horrible shit.
Horrible things. But he's a Marine, and if there's a pirate comes, you know what's gonna happen? Axeman's gonna kill him. Then they'll be like, well, Axeman is awful, but he saved us from those nasty pirates. So the difference, and this is where I really want to understand Emu himself, because you look at Emu and you see how he talks, and he's talking about deception, lust for power, desire, and then he manipulates people, right? That's what he's looking for. The fact that I'm pretty sure he either wrote the 48 Rules of Power or read The Prince, I'm certain Emu did something like that, right? But he's talking like he's from there. My thing is that it still seems like when you see what's going on with Joy Boy, Ragnar, and all of them, the past seems a lot more amicable than you would think it is. It seemed like there was some sort of relationship and a disagreement that happened, and I really do think it was your basic screaming match of politics where they disagreed on how the world should be governed.
I would love that.
Emu won. And then Emu was like, hey man, you know what? Based on what just happened, I just think that we need to have a lower class. They need to be slaves. And Joe Boy's like, you know what? I don't really like slavery. I don't think we should have slaves. I don't think we should have a lower class. I don't think we're that special. I think we should all just chill out. And he was like, you know what? You're stupid as shit. Let's scrap. And they scrapped and he lost. That's how it seems like. That. I think it seems like that. What do you think? What do you think of that?
I think for sure, if it depends. What I really want to know is what, like you said, not only the disagreement, but like why Emu thinks, because clearly, just as you said, it looks like Emu, based on what he says and how he says it, I think he views everything that he's doing as necessary. Like, this is the only way the world can work, so it's got to be like this. So for him to believe in that, he's got to believe in the owning slaves. He's got to believe in there needs to be a lower class. Poverty has to exist. Like, the way the world is, it has to be like, he has to want it that way. So obviously, I would love it if the disagreement, it was a disagreement and it was like a shouting match and they fell out that way. I think what's also possible, whether it was a disagreement, but also like they weren't like truly. I think maybe Joy Boy was like, I don't know. I think maybe everybody should eat. And then Emu was like really threatened by that, because that history will tell us that too. Anytime there's something like if people that are in charge, they see other people that's what we're doing to Cuba, what we've done to Cuba forever. Like, it's just like we see, it's just like, oh, huh. I don't like that. Cuban Revolution, I don't like that. So then they did all of the embargoes and stuff like that. And even now, like, we're strangling them. Horrible, horrible stuff. But it's like, that is, like, if they see something either on the verge of success or, like, just an idea that tenably could counter what their idea is, then they feel threatened. And then I think Emu in that situation might have just slimed Joy Boy out.
So I could see that as well. And I would like it if that was the case, because I think one of the things that I do love about One Piece, and this is something I kind of love. So I've been reading Gundam, right? I told you about how I was reading Gundam. So I love political drama with like something adjacent, like it's big giant robots but political drama. So I get my robots, but I'm also getting my oh my god, everyone's bad. No, I love stories where it's like it's inherently human. Somebody has good intentions, but they still a bad person. What they do, their methodology is still bad, but they're trying, but the bad people are the people that are formulating the world, and they formulated a pocket of comfort for certain portions of the earth, right? So in Gundam, for example, I won't tell you which one, but it's basically it's a futuristic world, right? They've done space colonization, and they've built these giant structures in different corners of the space near Earth, and millions of people live there. Millions, right? You got 7 of them. One of them decides, I'm at war. I want independence from Earth because now Earth is all about the Earth Federation, right? And think about the world government at a large scale. They're in charge of Earth, and then they've expanded, and they're part of one big federation. But one of them is like, you know what? No, I want freedom because you're overtaxing my resources, all that other stuff, right? How the world government moves. So, in order to get that freedom, they start a war. You know what the independent country does? They take one of the big structures that went out there, one of the colonies, and dropped the colony on Earth. Killed millions of people. I'm talking millions and millions of people. And you're thinking, oh my God, these guys are evil, disgusting, sick. Wow, how could they do that? The next story, you learn about the Federation. They are worse. They're worse. And you're thinking to yourself like, oh my God, there's nothing good about people. Like you would lose all faith in humanity instantly. But somebody's got to win.
I think, and that also reminds me. Have you played Final Fantasy VII?
But I know the story loosely. It
is fantastic. That I won't even spoil it in case you ever. But that's basically exactly what you described. It is it's like kind of the same thing. Like where they drop like a whole plate on like people that just had nothing to do. It's different than what you described because there was just innocent people. But yeah.
And it's like, because I know about the story of Sephiroth, right? Zack, Cloud, Tifa, all of them. I'm like when I say loosely, I'm like, if you connect the dots, I'll put everything together again.
I just recently played the original, like from 1997. No cap, dude. Like, I think that might be the best game that I've ever played. I strongly, if you're ever like in a rut and you don't know like what, bro, either if you can't like play like old games, then maybe like, I guess check out the remake. But the story, dude, the story is fantastic. I love it so fucking much, man. My God.
I remember
and it's about like environment, like basically the beginning of it is like they're environmental terrorists. Like Shinra, the company, is like literally like destroying the planet. And so you play as people that are just like, fuck it, we're just gonna start blowing stuff up. And I love that because like it comes to a point in time and it's just like, and I think that's like, maybe this is just what I believe. I'm just gonna say what everybody listening, I'm not saying this is what everybody should believe, but this is what I believe. All right. I'm gonna just say that before I say this. I think that when things get too far, you should do whatever it takes to do like just save the world. Like obviously omitting like obvious evil things and like doing all of that. But like in the case, especially like think of it like data centers. Fuck, we about to start blowing up data centers like the Mako reactors in Final Fantasy VII. Like, I think that is 100% what should start happening because we're destroying the fucking Earth, bro. We're not going to have an Earth anymore. That's the whole thing about Final Fantasy VII. They're just like, hey, like, if we just go along with the system as it's created, they're going to destroy the place that we live in. So it's like, and I think that even if you take that and dramatically scale it down to where, hey, the Earth's not being destroyed, but there's more people that are in poverty than there are rich. Like there's more like, I think, fuck it, we should be able to do whatever we got to do to reverse that shit. That's just what I believe. So in my eyes, it's like, sure, there's like, obviously you can go too far for sure. You can go evil, but I'm saying like, if you're asking me, can you go too far against the oppressors? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's my stance.
So I can see, based from that comment alone, I definitely see why you love One Piece so much, because that's really what Oda's messaging is when dealing. That's what Luffy is. Luffy is the tool of the no half measures. Luffy isn't a half measure type of guy. So normally
100%.
Luffy's going in, corrupt kingdom, raise it to the ground. He just don't kill nobody. And now Oda, the problem with Oda is that he doesn't like to kill people. And it's beautiful because, again, this is a story for children. You know, well, preteens, whatever, right? We're grown. It don't matter. And so he don't like killing people. That's fine. The problem with that is that while it is a serious, politically charged story, normally when these things happen, it is never nice, it is never sweet, and it is brutal. It is brutal. And it's like Luffy is destroying structures that there's like, think about Dressrosa for a second. We cut Pika in half. You don't think that
100%.
one rock dropped on somebody? You don't think nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, so it's like the damage that Luffy leaves behind is genuinely catastrophic, and it kind of reminds me of like the Madden Charlie prophecy of someone with a straw hat's going to destroy Fishman Island, right? I do think it's more of a political thing than anything. I mean, I do think he's going to destroy Fishman Island as well, because I just think it's going to come back.
Oh, I do too. Yeah.
Like it's 100% going to happen. He might even just do it so they can live on the surface, right? So there's a lot of thematical payoff.
He don't give it. That's why he's a perfect character to be in a story that has this much politics, because for Luffy, it's about the philosophy, and that's the thing. Like whenever people like try to detangle it, dude, like politics, it can be wrapped into philosophy, and it can be wrapped into things that like especially when you talk about the social aspects of it. But Luffy's not thinking about any of that. He's just thinking that he wants everybody to eat. And that's why he's the perfect person for this. He's never going to monologue. He's never going to try to get the audience on his side. He's just going to see somebody that's starving, and he's going to punch whoever he needs to get that person a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yes. So, I mean, you're right. And it's funny, the chat's like, we haven't ranked a single thing. And I'm like, listen, I did tell y'all, and I told Goofy ahead of time. I said, bro, we're going to talk. We're just going to talk. And then, to be honest, the tier list was just to fill up space in case we got bored. But no, we're having deep political conversation now. That's what's happening. Wow. So it's like, you have to understand, like, and we were talking about it earlier, right? Because someone asked me, she's like, a lot of people, I have garnered a reputation for being negative about the story, and that's fine. I've been negative about some things. But then somebody said,
okay.
He said, okay, all right. But
I just know about Wano, but I don't know about, like, is that where the whole reputation comes from?
I think it started there. I think it started with the Wano video, and I think it's really just anytime I'm negative, it just adds on to the.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha,
so it's
okay,
just one of it's the name of the game. But
I feel it.
For the most part, I loved Egghead. Elbaf was a little mid to me, but then after Loki, Rock's flashback, we seen Emu now. I'm like, all right, cool. Elbaf is good, right? That's where I stand. Brook flashback is great. But someone's just like, so are you still interested in One Piece? Like, what is it about One Piece that you're still interested in? And I was like, I can't tell you it's the plot. I can't, because the plot is interesting, but it's not really what's keeping me interested. What I'm deeply interested about is the history. I really want to know why things are the way they are, because something about understanding the Void Century, the argument and the dispute that caused how the world was shaped is so fascinating to me. And I think I got enough recent, it started, I think either in the new year or at the end of last year, where I got on a really deep dive into just history. I was looking at the Mongol Empire, then I looked up the Pacific Theater of Japan, right? And then I started looking into the Roman Empire. I was like, how did that happen? Greece. I was going deep. I was like, let me just figure out all the stuff that's going on, right? Like what was going on? So the more you learn about these things, the more you learn about humanity, the more you learn about, okay, where did democracy come from? Well, it came from the fact that the Greeks had democracy, and then Rome took the idea from the Greeks, they created the Senate. And I was like, wait, well, how was the Senate run? Bro, when you look at the Senate, bro, and you look at the Roman Empire, bro, one, what was the point of being emperor if you're going to get stabbed in 3 years anyway, or like 6 months? Bro, they switched emperors like clothes.
They were just dumb as fuck. That's what.
It was, bro, it was unreal. I was like, yo, being emperor must be the worst job ever. Like, seriously. Except for one man, Augustus Caesar. Because Augustus, he was different. He ran the Roman Empire the exact same way Emu runs the world government.
Oh God.
I love the Senate. I don't even exist, bro. For real. I'm just happy.
Hey.
The Senate, they got all the power behind closed door. He beating the piss out of the Senate. He dominating them. Just absolutely like, you don't do nothing without me. I own you. I own everything. You have no power. I'm telling people you have power. That's how much power I have. You don't got nothing. That's, bro, I love it. I love it. It was so funny. So the whole point is just like, when I'm thinking about that, and there's the illusion of the 20 kings.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one seat. Nobody's ever in power. But then you have the Gorosei, which are kind of like the Senate, and then you have the Reverie, another byproduct of the Senate, right? And you're thinking about all of that, and you're just like, you know what? This whole time we thought this was a democracy. The kings are making the decisions. No, this is one dictator deciding exactly what to do. And I want to know how they got there. And what was the kingdom before that? Because you have the kingdom of the D, and you have a super advanced nation. It seems like a utopia. It seems real egalitarian from what I'm guessing, all this technology. So you're thinking to yourself, like, how did we go from that to this? That's what I want to know. That's what I'm interested in.
100%. I think that would be, because I'm interested to see what Oda's spin on like just the history of, like, especially after that mural. Like, he's cooking something that's like, and I'm sure he's gonna draw from like real world things, because, like, obviously, but also I'm so curious how he's gonna like connect everything, and how he's gonna, because there's gonna be like an inciting incident. I'm so curious what that inciting incident could be. Like, what did Emu do to where it just made all of this happen? Maybe what did Joy Boy do? What actually happened all that time ago to where Emu's bitch ass is still butthurt about it? Like, what the fuck could have happened?
And part of me, because I know Davy Jones is a part of this as well. And
I forgot about that. Goddamn.
That's the thing. Davy Jones is not even, we haven't even mentioned him yet, right? But from seeing how Rocks and Blackbeard are, and then seeing how Luffy is, right? I think Davy and Joy Boy, again, are the two sides of the same coin, except I think they all went about things differently. I think Joy Boy is more neutral chaos. Blackbeard is the Davy. What is it? It's like, you could argue chaotic evil if you really want to go there. I know some people try to make Rocks neutral, but Rocks
he's got a plan. I don't know if I'd call him chaotic evil. Like, maybe he could be. He, I guess, is wilding with it. I wouldn't consider him, but I don't know, dude. Like, the thing about Blackbeard is, like, he could be lawful evil, because, like, he's sticking to his plan and is going through. The only reason why I wouldn't, like, it doesn't come to my mind is because he's a fat, like, slob. So it's like, I don't, in my head, I'm just like, he's just doing shit, but he's really not, though. Like, he is stuck with his plan throughout.
I would say Blackbeard is more, no, but you can't call him lawful evil, because Blackbeard really doesn't follow rules. Like, his methodology is not lawful.
Oh, that's true. His whole thing is about, you right. His whole thing is about people should just be evil and do chaotic. You right. You right about that. Okay.
He's a backstabbing rat. And if anything, Rocks is not a backstabbing rat. He's just going to stab you in front of you. Like, he's just, that's his mentality. So the only difference between Blackbeard and Rocks is literally the fact that one is just gonna get in your face, while the other one is cunning and he's thinking about things. And I think the problem with Rocks was that he wasn't thinking about things in too much of a cunning way, right? Which is why him and Harold were such great foils. Harold was overthinking everything. Rocks wasn't thinking at all. But if they came together, they would have balanced each other out, and they probably would have accomplished something. I think Harold would have had the ability to at least say, Rocks, we can't do it like this. Like, we can't.
I want to believe that, but Harold was too busy tap dancing for the Celestial Dragons, brother. Like, I want to believe that, Jay. I really do. But Harold was, bro, Rocks was in that bar like, brother, listen to me. They would put you in chains. Like, they have slaves. They have slaves that are giants already. And Harold was like, no, I think I'm gonna join them. All right, I think that'll be like, and I get why, like, I get the mindset, but I'm like, knowing, like, even even having a base understanding of like not only the real government in our world, but also of the One Piece world, having even just like a base understanding of both, and enough pattern recognition to be like, they're not gonna let you do whatever you want, man. They're going to, like, they want you in chains, like, obviously. But he was, and it, you know, I would have so much more flack, or I would give Harold so much more flack if he didn't flat out betray Rocks. Like if he just like was inactive or whatever, but then he like squared up with him that one time, like that, like he picked his side. And then when he found out what happened to Rocks, he was like, well, I guess I just gotta double the fuck down again. He was crying and shit like that. I was like, bro, you are all right, whatever. So
yeah,
hey.
and it was bad when he doubled down. It was bad, and I think it's what makes him a good character, because sometimes you just gotta write somebody to just be a dickhead, and he was.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, he understood, he died for it, and that's fine. I think it's okay to have a character go in that direction.
I agree.
It's still unfortunate, because the thing I loved about Harold is that he really did try to learn diplomacy, understand government, understand politics, understand all this stuff. Like seeing him actually try made me like him more, because I'm like, all right, so this ain't just yap. You've been spending years trying to do this diplomacy thing, and the world government has gotten your way every single step of the way. So I understand why he did it, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I think he thought he could outsmart them, because he knows he's so powerful.
You might be right, but goddamn, he dumb as hell for that.
It was dumb, because he's thinking about, he's like, I think this is what Harold was thinking. These guys are obviously shiesty, but who gonna check me? And that was his mindset, because it's like, bro, nobody here checking me. Shamrock ain't checking me. Garland sure as hell ain't checking me. Rock's killed an admiral, and I can beat that nigga. So who actually checking me here? And I think that's what he did. He didn't realize that the tattoo was like, oh, I don't need to check you. You gonna check yourself. You gonna check yourself.
And why the fuck would he think that? Oh, they just want to give you a tattoo? That's what I'm saying, bro. He was dumb. I think that's a good. I think he probably did think, hey, who gonna check me? That's very believable. And honestly, like, you know, how big he was, I get it. But also, it's like, brother, you like that's still just dumb. Especially because Rox wasn't even like. He was like, listen, man, like you trying to, because he was trying to get in with him. Like he was like, and it was for good reasons and stuff. But I think it's a really good testament to like, whenever you approach diplomacy and politics with just like an end goal in mind, and you forget humanity, you forget the pattern recognition, you forget even strategically, like how to anticipate what people are going to do because you're so focused on what you need to do politically. That's when shit just falls apart. Like it's never, you have to add in a human element. You have to always like, look out for you people and do, but also at the same time, like you have to look at what like you're actually doing. Like if you could bring peace to your nation, but you have to go kill a bunch of babies, like that's not a politically sound thing still. Like even if you just give like you do create peace in your island, all those babies that you killed, somebody's coming for you later on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like you can't, like you have to think about this. Harold was dumb. That's his, I agree, he's a great character speak for what he was, but like his cardinal sin was he was a big dummy. Like that's just it.
He was a dummy. He was dumb. He was overwhelmingly naive. Unfortunately. And it's a shame. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy what happened. Respect to Loki for carrying on that fire. I think
hell yeah.
It is so funny that the love of a good woman can change a man to that degree, right? I think one of the best things about Elbaf, and I think what Oda's done with Ida, is really showing what the love of a genuinely good woman can do to not just a man, but to a young boy. Like, because you look at Loki, and I'm looking at Loki, and I'm like, man, his mama was... You've seen these type of women before. They just are awful, demonic creatures. That's what Loki's mama was. A witch. Just a pure, thoroughbred witch. We've all seen those type of women before. But he comes into a good woman. Loki's crashing out. Yeah, you trash. I hate you. But he's still at the bar. Talking all kinds of trash with her. Still hanging out. You want some milk? Yeah, I want some milk. And F you too.
Yeah.
No better. And it's like, in his mind, once that happened, and once I was so mad at Harold because they were disrespecting Ida the whole time. And the fact that I found out they poisoned her, right? That's how she died. She was poisoned, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they was poisoning her. When Loki burnt down that village, I was like, good. Well done. That's exactly how you're supposed to move. You kill my mama, I kill everyone. And that's
what I'm saying. You know what Harold would have did? He would have been like, well, if I don't want them to think giants are dangerous, so I'ma chill on it, I guess. Like I just maybe he wouldn't have did that. I know I'm hoeing him, but it's just like I just don't. He was so focused on how people viewed the giants. It's like it really bugs me because it's like, brother, like so you think like you're basically giving them consent to be like, yeah, we are a monolith. One, you could see one of us and then take that as like, you know, whatever. And it's like, yeah, they had like a reputation, whatever. All you had to do was be a decent enough king and lead through like, you know what I'm saying? If it was like, if we put Luffy in that situation, he gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna be a good king. I'm not about to tap dance for you, bitch. Like if you want to see me be a good king, you can come see me. You can let me inside, or I'm gonna just be cool on my own, whatever. I'm gonna be a good king. But Harold really like, and like you said, yeah, it was for because I had to change him, but he should have just like, I don't know, think about it just a little bit more.
And well, I think there was some messaging from Oda, and I think he's also tried to reverse the messaging as well, but in the way that it's only really a group of people, right? Is that once people have made up their mind about you, it's not gonna change. And
yes,
we've seen that with Sanji, right, and his family, right? And you've seen that with his dad, but the Straw Hats accepted Sanji, Zeph accepted him, but they didn't know his history, right? You see that with Robin. The whole world still thinks Robin is garbage. The Straw Hats don't, right? Same thing with Loki. Loki got these eyes. They think he's a demon. They think he's cursed. They made up their mind on him. Bro had uncle that was taking care of him and beating him off screen. Crazy, wild stuff.
You know what I'm saying? And that's actually a good point. Like the key thing is like you worrying about how people are seeing you. And again, it's reasonable why Harold would be, but I think it's a better trait to just do the right thing. Like Loki, I really fuck with Loki, bro, because
same.
Like you said, like everybody hated him and still hates him. He wasn't tripping at all. He was like, yeah, whatever. I killed the king. Fuck you. Tie me to the tree, bitch. Like I like that. That's how you supposed to. If you know you doing the right thing, that's how a virtuous man would act. You don't gotta tap dance. You don't gotta tell everybody, hey, I swear all the giants are good. Bitch, just be a good person. That's all that matters.
So I'm glad you said that, and it's it is hitting home for me too. In my particular predicament, but even like thinking about someone like Luffy, for example, where he's always saying I'm not a hero. And I always wonder, I was like, why does he keep saying I'm not a hero? And I think about him saying, bro, I know what I am. You can't tell me I'm a hero because I'm not trying to be no damn hero. Luffy's basically, he might just say, bro, I'm just a nigga who like food. And I like my friends.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I am. Don't make me more than what I'm not.
Exactly. This is what I think, because he's obviously deeper than that. Like he obviously wants more than just like to eat or be around his friends. Yeah. And you know, especially after we heard like he's like his dream is to like make sure everybody can eat. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got deeper things. But what I think whenever he says I'm not a hero, I think it's specifically because he views a hero as somebody that saves people. And Luffy's whole thing is like, you better fucking save yourself. I'm just passing through. If you want something, you have to go. And that's why I love Luffy so much, because he made me do that for me. Like before I started this channel, I was always talking about or like feeling like, oh, I want to do this, or like I gotta wait for this, whatever. Luffy is the only character in fiction that inspired me to move past escapism and be like, no, if you want to say like nobody's coming to save you. And that's every time Luffy goes to a new island, that's what he does. He meets somebody and he's like, damn, they fucking you up, man. What you gonna do about it? He doesn't lift a finger until you say, I'm not going to take this anymore. That's how it goes everywhere. And so that's what I think about whenever he's like, yeah, I'm not a hero.
And he did that, and it's funny because it's true. He did that with Momo, and he did that with Shirahoshi, where it's like, he was like, yo, Luffy was aggressive with him. He's like, yo, stop crying.
Yeah.
Like, what you crying for, dog? Like grow up. Like, man up. Tell me you want to do something about it. Like, yo, like, and this is the reason I love Vivi so much, because Vivi was always a dog. She always had that in her.
She was.
But it's when they scrapped and they fought, and she could not accept the death of people. And Luffy tagged
Louis
her,
punched this shit.
punched
I
her
was like,
right in the jaw,
whoa,
and he was like, "Are you?"
whoa.
He was like, "Are you dumb? You think niggas not
Dead
gonna die? We
ass.
at war. Grow
Like,
up."
come on. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's
I
yeah.
was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like it's, and he really does that. He did the same thing for Chopper. He's like, bro, shut up. Do you want to come or not? Like, stop BSing. Nami, bro, just ask. Stop this
Dead
gimmick.
ass.
Sanji,
Dead ass.
stop the gimmick. Like this,
Yeah.
end the gimmick. You
when
know,
he get real frustrated, he just gonna
hit
punch
you
you right in the face.
He's
He's just gonna hit you. He will be like, bro, like he will be patient. He will let Sanji whoop his ass. And it wasn't until he realized, like, I'm gonna have to stick this nigga. Like, he's not gonna get it unless I hit him. And he did it. And then after that, every time after somebody hits him, they're like, all right, whatever, you got it, dog. Like, it's
yeah, my bad. That kind of hurt for real, actually.
Literally, I don't fuck with them like that, because it's like whenever you need to be seen as a good person, those types of people will always be led astray, whether if it's by other people or if it's by the things that they thought that they were doing to do the right thing. If you need to be the hero, if you need to be the good person, you will 100% make mistakes. But if you follow that too far, you're going to be the villain by the end of the fucking story. So it's like, that's why, you know, Luffy's a perfect character. He's like rejects all of that. He's just like, no, I'm just me. Like, fuck it.
So that's actually a very strong statement that you said. Where you said when you need to be the hero, you're always gonna fall. That's
always.
and that's
100%.
I'm like, personally now, for me and my mindset, I struggle with that quite a bit. Where it's like, I don't want to be the bad guy. I don't. Like, I really don't. In my heart, it's like, it's that people pleasing tendency. You grow up with that. It's like, yo, man, like, I don't want to be no villain. Like, I don't want to be hated.
100%.
But when you said, don't think about trying to be a good person, just be good. Just do it. Just be
it's because I feel that same thing. Just it's simple, like narrowing it down, like simplify it. I'll just say, like, this is where I'm most guilty of it. Like, if I'm talking to a lady and like I know I don't want to keep talking with her, bro, I'm terrible at it. I cannot just be like, I don't fucking want to do this anymore. But that's the right thing to do. Like, I'm way better now. But like when I was like, obviously, whatever, like young men, we just be doing shit sometimes. Yeah. But even now, like when I go out on dates, like if for instance, like she's like assertive and she'll be like, hey, I really want to go to the first date be a movie. I hate that shit. I don't think your first date should be at a movie theater. That's fucking stupid. So it is. But me, yeah. I don't be saying that. I'll be like, well, whatever you want to do. All right, sure. Like, that's how I feel. And then we have a horrible time. I never text them again. And that's, you know what I'm saying? Because I had to be just a not objectable person. And it just, it fucked everything up.
I'm with you. And I think it's hard because I really do think it takes a lot of courage consistently to break the awkwardness gap, right? You kind of just have to be willing to do it. And it's so funny. I had an example, right? I was in church because I go to church on Sundays. It's fine. And somebody was giving a testimony. They're not talking in the mic. Nobody can hear. Just swinging the mic all over the place. I'm sitting in the back because I do the sound or whatever. And I'm asking my boy, I'm like, yo, can you hear her? She's like, nah, we can't. Should we tell her to use the mic? He was like, yeah, but I don't want to interrupt. And I've told him and I'm tired. And the more and more I get upset, I'm like, bro, I can't hear nothing this girl's saying. Everybody nodding their head like you hear her. It's like, no, nigga, you can't hear her. You can't. You're lying.
Yeah. I
finally give up. And I swear they heard me. The whole church heard me. I said, excuse me. Everyone looks right at me. Like, oh my God, what is this guy about to say? I say, hey, can you use the mic, please? I can't hear you. She touches the mic. She starts speaking. Everyone's like, oh my God, we can hear her now. Yeah. Imagine if I'm having the mindset saying, oh, I don't want to be the bad guy. Oh no, I gotta be respectful. I was like, fuck the respect. I can't hear you. Nobody's receiving nothing from you because you're just not talking.
That's what
it was saying. In that moment. I was like, it took courage though, because I second guessed. I was like, man, should I be that guy? You know,
that's what you know what I'm saying, and that's what it'd be situations like that. That's what and so I think we all go through situations like that. And that's like, you know, like that's like the on the lower end of the spectrum, amplifying it to like going back to One Piece, and like that's what makes characters like Luffy, like Loki, like so like, because even characters like Sanji and everybody else, like they'll suffer. Like Sanji had to, like, he thought he had to do the right thing. He was just gonna marry Pudding. He was just gonna go along with everything. Like, and so like when you think that like you think that you're doing something that's gonna, like, you don't want, well, like you said, you don't want to bridge the awkward gap, or you just think like you have to do something because you have to save somebody or you have to be the hero, you will 100% fail. Like, that is just not what we're meant to do. And you know, that's why I fuck with Loki so much, bro. He took the charge. He didn't say anything either. He was just like, yeah, I did it. Fuck you. Time it at the tree.
I respect it. I respect it 100%. And it's like, I think the reason people love Luffy so much is because they wish they could be him in real life. I 100%. Wish I was that bold. I wish I was that brazen. You know, they wish they could be that in a world that does not allow you to be a Luffy. This world will never allow you to be Luffy, which is why, while I think Luffy is great, he's vastly unrealistic. And I think he is unrelatable in the sense that no matter how much you want to be him, you can't. Because the story is tailored around Luffy impacting everybody around him with that personality. But in this world, if you move like Luffy,
you die. They're gonna kill you.
They're gonna kill you, man. They're gonna put you down. Gonna kill you quick.
That's what I'm saying. 100%.
So it's definitely tough, but it's great. It's you gave me a different way to appreciate Loki, and I really appreciate that, because that is a very good stance of no matter what he faced. Even with Haruden. Haruden's hating on this man the whole time. He's like, bro, again, he's like, yo, Nick, fuck you, man. If he could spit in his face, he'd probably spitting in his face.
I love what he said, too. He was just like, Hadra, do you really think I killed our dad? Like, be for real. I love that, because he was like, you still hate me for that? You dumb, stupid bitch. You really think I killed our dad? That's what he said. And then was like, he folded his arms. He was like, well, I guess I'll hear you out, I guess. Like, because then that was the first time he ever thought of it. He was like, damn, that do sound stupid. I don't think he would have did that. Fuck.
Yeah, he was like, bro, he like Ida just as much as I did. He loved my mom. Yeah. He killed for my mom. He didn't kill Harold. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's just like, you know, you got to think about it. Like, you take a character that's really like, you know, just like that to get you to see that. Oh, what's up? Saros is in here. What's up?
Yeah, Saros, bro, that boy Saros been yapping in here, man. He been saying that. He said that giant grip changer, man. Like, just he was saying.
What?
He said black Republicans are not a monolith. Harold was just kind and strong. That's not enough. Like, he just in here, man. That boy. Shout out to Saros, man. Shout out to my dog.
He be talking to the most random people, bro. I'll be looking at his channel. He be talking about his channel is what we were talking about at the beginning. His channel, he be doing whatever he want. He be talking about whatever he want too.
When I saw that man with Gideon, I couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, what is going on? How did that happen? I was like, yo, Saros is the funniest man I've ever seen in the commentary space. Like, this guy,
bro, he hilarious, bro.
I don't know how he does it. If y'all haven't checked out his channel, he's just going. If you want to know what's going on that's wrong in our society, he's probably going to
dead ass. Yeah, literally everything. He's right there with it. It was to the point. I thought he was like before. Like, I thought, like, when we all talked, I thought he was like an anime channel, like we was. Then I saw him talking to Rob from Comics. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Why are you doing that? Then I saw him talking about like the news and shit. I was like, so you just be out here? That's awesome. I wish I could do that. God damn.
He's just here, but it works out. It worked out for him. So it's a dangerous strategy. You got to be. He drops a video a day, so that's like, I don't got that motive.
Hell no. Hell no. My God. Hell no.
Nah, but this has been, so unfortunately, I know this was supposed to be a tier list stream, but it's already an hour and 17 minutes. We already passed the limit.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess you might want to rename it, I guess. I don't know.
I'm going to retitle the stream without question. We could just do a part 2. At that point, he's just going to come back at this point, chat. He's just going to come back.
Yeah.
Because
I'm with it.
We do got some super chats. Let me read the super chats real quick. We have
let's go.
We have from Isaac Gavey. Do you think Sanji has the toughest armor in Aki due to him being the shield in the crew, excluding Luffy?
Oh, excluding Luffy. Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I could see that. I think I could see that. I don't know, but I can see that.
I don't know either. I do think if Zoro was right there, he'd be like, nah, he would flex harder just to prove he's stronger. Yeah.
He would farm. It should be Jinbei, but that's another conversation for another day.
Yeah.
We got Universal Punk with another $5. It says, I think Garp is afraid. He saw what he's up against the God Valley and decided he can't do shit about it. It's giving Mexican border control agent to me, TBH. that is madness, dog.
I hope it's not it. So then that's gonna rob him of all his aura. If that's how he feels, goddamn.
Yeah, he's considerably lacking aura. It's so funny because the way I have this stream set up is I've been having this tier list. I've been having this tier list sitting here the whole time, and we didn't touch it. Like I'm streaming it to him right now, and it's just been sitting there. Like it's not even. It's just it's a quirk. That's it. It's just a quirk.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just a guy. I would highly recommend, if you haven't, because I promise you I'm gonna do a video on the chat. I swear it's coming. This Gundam video, I'm telling you, with how much you love politics or just at least political debate.
Which one should I start with though?
Gundam the Origin. Gundam the Origin. You're gonna love it.
Write because that down right now.
You are gonna make a video on the main villain, Char Aznable. I guarantee it. That guy is. You thought Dio was toxic. Yeah. He said tier list in the last 5 minutes. Oh yeah, he is Dio before Dio. I'm not joking. Okay.
For real? Oh hell yeah.
Okay, so let's pick we can pick a tier list. We can either do One Piece fights or One Piece arcs. What would you pick out of those two?
Let's do arcs.
Let's do arcs. Okay, so we'll save fights for another time. This should be pretty quick, and we'll make it pretty simple because we have One Piece. Great, you can already see it, so we already know, right?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go.
Said arcs both feel longer and shorter. Yeah, because it's not going to be. There'll be some debates. Okay, so let me make this a bit bigger so y'all can see what's going on here. Okay.
It's got to be shorter than fights, though, right? Like, there's probably 100 fights in that bitch.
Yeah, because we're gonna have some debates about fighting the fights as well, but it depends.
For sure.
So Romance Dawn, where would you put that?
Is that just up until they leave with the Nami and Zoro, right?
Romance Dawn is because Orange Town is where they meet Zoro. Am I wrong? Remind me of Orange Town. Isn't that with Chow Chow, or is that with oh no, that's with Buggy. You're right. Oh
yeah. Okay, so right. So that's when they go. I fuck with that like heavy. I want to put it in good because that's like safe, but like me, I fuck with it. It could be like a great. I really like Romance Dawn. Like that drew me in. I wasn't expecting to actually sit through One Piece, but by episode 3, I was like, damn, I kind of fuck with this. I kind of like this.
So you're giving it a good, not mid.
I'll give it a good. I'll temper my
Okay, so I can give you a good on that one. Syrup Village is Usopp, Jacko. That's not so. Orange Town is Buggy and Nami and Chow Chow. That's what Orange Town is. So Orange Town, where are you feeling? Because I agree with good. That's why I just put it there. What do you?
I mean, Orange Town was good too. There's only a few like arcs here that I'm gonna be like, put that shit in the bin. Really, there's only one I'm gonna be like, put that shit in the bin. But like, yeah, I think Orange Town was yeah, it was good though because that was Choo Choo. I would say it's good. Like Choo Choo was in that hoe, and then like Buggy and like the K and like the Buggy balls and all that shit. You know what? Yeah, I would say that's good too.
Okay. When I think back to it, I'm thinking of Zoro and Kabaji. I'm thinking of Nami's first introduction, Buggy.
Because remember, yeah, Nami was about to like fire the cannon, and Luffy just like stared it down, like, if you're gonna do that, you better do it. Like that was the first time we were like, oh, this motherfucker's crazy. Like that was my first time I was like, Luffy's insane.
He is generally a psychopath, yes. I lean more on, well, I don't want to call it mid.
That's what I was, you know what I'm saying? I was right there, but I was like, I don't know. But also I could see, I wouldn't fight it if somebody was like mid.
The only thing I'm thinking of is like if I'm comparing it to other arcs and what I would consider good. So we can probably revisit this. Because when you're gonna think about what arcs you would put at great, what you'd put at good, you're gonna put Orange Town down in mid. That's what I'm saying. True. So for me, if I compare it to later arcs, I'm giving it mid. I think
I'll give you that. Ooh, that's a good point. I wasn't comparing them to. Ooh, that changes everything. All right,
it changes that. That's what I'm saying. Like we really think about like
changes everything.
Some of them peaks. I'm not gonna lie to you, Syrup Village.
I'm about to say, you might now that we comparing them, you might as well go ahead do what you got to do right there. Go ahead,
so,
man.
Murphy had the funniest crash out on Syrup Village I've ever seen because she hates. I don't know if it was Murphy or Ceros. They hate Captain Kuro. Hate him. Like just absolutely stupid trash. Just
he dumb as hell. Yeah, I'm with him. I hate him. I hate him. He's stupid as fuck. I don't hate him the most, but I do hate him. He's stupid.
So yeah, it was Murphy. Yeah, Murphy's crash outs. You need to see it. It's a special experience. I think
I'm gonna watch that. Hell yeah.
I think. Well, it's not going higher than mid for sure. And to me, Syrup Village is one of the lowest arcs I think in the series. And that's saying something, but it really is. It's really not.
They really didn't do anything. Like they got there to the island. Michael Jackson moonwalked for a second, and then they beat up Kuro. Like that's really all that happened.
Yeah, the cats, and I mean the funniest thing was the pussyfoot technique. That's the only real.
Yeah, that was fucking. Yeah, that was funny. It just kind of dragged. I wouldn't be mad. Like it definitely isn't going higher than mid. I'd be all right with mid, but like I'm about to say, do what you gotta do, man.
Just throw it in there. Just throw it in there.
I don't want to be. See what it is? I don't want to be the bad guy. You see, like that's where it's creeping up, like right there.
It's all good. It's fine. Nobody's gonna get mad at you for putting it in there. Nobody is. Now, I would say Baratier. I'm giving that a great. I think Baratier.
I was about to say, bro. I'm with you, twin. Twin. That's great right there.
Baratier is great. We don't even need to discuss that. We all know it.
No, I fuck with Baratier heavy, bro. I fuck with that arc.
So Arlong Park, I love Arlong Park, and I have it very high. Whether I'd put it in peak or great, I'm not sure. Where do you land on Arlong?
If I'm kind of, it could be in both, but like, cause you gotta, like, that was when we realized what One Piece was, because all of the arcs prior to that coalesced or climaxed in Arlong Park, and it was like we finally like see Nami's backstory. We have that emotional moment when they walk to Arlong Park right before. It's like that's like. Yeah. Safety wise, I would maybe say great, but I would really not be mad in peak. I just think that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once we get to the other ones, like, I don't know how it stacks up to, like, you know, like Enies Lobby or something, but like, it's still good. It was definitely the best of like it's definitely right there with Baratier for me. So
that's
it's like,
that's why I put it at great, because I think I think it, depending on your tastes, you can put either or at peak. But I think based on what I know in my heart, unquestioned peak, I put it a tier below, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with it.
Okay. Now, Logtown, for me, I'm cool with putting it mid.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. because if you encapsulate the moments, you're thinking about the scaffold with Luffy, Smoker, Dragon appearing out of nowhere, and the Zoro and the sword thing, right? There's that.
It was low key filler, yeah. Like as you even describe it, I was like, you know what, we could have skipped that, and they could have told me what happened, and I would have been okay with it, to be honest. So yeah, I'm comfortable. Like it wasn't bad, so yeah, I would put it in mid too.
Yeah, it's. I would put that there. What about Reverse Mountain? Because what is Reverse Mountain is Laboon. That's Laboon.
Yeah. Ooh. I think realistically, I have to put it in mid, but like emotionally, I want to give it good because I fuck with Laboon. Yeah, emotionally I do, but they don't do anything. Like they get eaten by a whale, and then we meet Crocus, and like I can't like realistically, it's like I would never call it bad or horrible, but like realistically, it's like they really didn't do anything. So like, but emotionally, I'd say good, but realistically, yeah, I would say mid for sure.
I'm putting it mid. I'd put it over.
Yeah,
I put it over Logtown. I would put it over Logtown.
I like that. I like that. Hell yeah.
He said Laboon gets better later. I mean, if you're talking about retrospectively, I get what you're saying. If you want to throw it, but it's still.
No, yeah. I would say just in that, like, looking at what happened in that window, I would just say, like, we just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, Whiskey Peak. That's
Ooh, I feel that was good. That was a significant. I'm trying to remember how I felt when I first watched it. It's a significant point. It's just hard because everything that happens after that is so fucking like awesome. I'm okay with it being good. I feel like we might like be like, but it's like, is it wrong? Because mid feels wrong. Like so much stuff happens in that arc.
So, like, if you want to use a different term, if I can change the term, other than mid,
Okay,
and just gonna call it
okay,
average, then you could just throw average in there.
Oh yeah, then put that bitch in there. It's average. You know what? There it goes. I feel so much.
He said I'm so much better. He's at peace.
Oh my god, because mid is like a slur. I was about to say like this feels wrong to like call. You know what I'm saying? I'm so okay with this now. Okay.
Yeah. So normally, what I call average, I call it mid that hits. That's what I say. So
I fuck with. I know you told us about that. I fuck with that. I truly do.
That is my favorite because I've been watching. Hey man, I've been watching some real mid lately. I don't know if you've heard of Classroom of the Elite. Boy, that anime is stupid, stupid, but it is so entertaining. Pure mid.
That's pure mid. That's what I think of. When I think of pure mid, I think of Black Clover. That's 100%.
Yes,
it's like
that is
you
the
gonna get
textbook.
what you getting. You know what I'm saying? That's the textbook of
the flashy, the
mid.
swords, but it's hitting. You got it. That's what I keep telling people. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Everyone's got their little mid that hits. Classroom of the Elite for me right now. That's bro.
That is 100% mid that hits. I will say.
Exactly. Okay, so Whiskey Peak, we're putting it in average.
Average. Let's do it. Okay. Let's go.
So we're gonna split on little. Ooh, actually, hold on. This is the first little Mr. Prince.
I was about to say, I would say it's just like
it's forgettable. That's the only problem I have.
Forgettable. I would probably put it in average too, honestly. But like, yeah, it's the fuck. I don't know. I think I probably still would go. I think I would still go average. But like, I did really enjoy it for sure.
Yeah, because I think there's moments in there that make you be like, yeah, this is good, but there's a lot of fluff in there. I'm like, bro, like let's move this one. Like, let's okay, so now we're getting into a real hot streak. So Drum Island this is gonna be interesting because I'm a notorious chopper head.
I'm about to say you don't like that nigga, so I don't know. I don't know what you about to say here.
But this is the only time I liked him. In Drum Island, I love Chopper. That's the only time. Yeah. The moment he leaves his island, it just starts going down. The stock graph just goes down completely.
I feel that.
So for me, minimum good for me.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at. I don't know where you are with Drum Island, but it's minimum good.
I'm teetering on a great dog. Remember when Luffy was climbing up the tower? He had Sanji in his mouth climbing. His fingers were, and the first thing he said was like, "Hey, protect my friends." And then like, damn, the cherry blossom. I might go great. I'm not gonna count. I might go great. It's like, but it's really good. I don't know if it. What do we have in greats right now?
We don't have. So we have Barate and Arlong Park in great right now. Is Drum Island to that level?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I changed my mind as soon as I saw Baratier and Arlong Park. All right, but I really like it.
I like it. Yes, I do, and it's better than Romance Down for sure. Like 100%, without 100%. Question, better than Romance Down.
100%.
So I'm on that. I would put it at good because, believe it or not, while I love Alabasta's really long. It's very long, and I still love it. Would I put Alabasta great? I think this is where. Because Crocodile my favorite villain. That's the thing. Crocodile is my favorite villain. Mr. Prince is my favorite Sanji. Like, where do we put Alabasta?
I think is there anything wrong with Alabasta? Let's try to figure that out.
I mean, the only thing you could think of that would be wrong with it was Pell, and even then, that's
just more
of a Mickey.
Pell, but
that's just more. That's
just Mickey. And we can't start considering Mickeys because there's going to be plenty more shit that's Mickey. There's Mickeys everywhere. So, Damn, I think it could be great. Like, I really just, the only reason it's like personally to me, it's not like I really like it, but it didn't like fundamentally change who I am.
No.
Like, you know, like Baratier or like a whole cake or something. So like, but I definitely see, because you know what? No, you know what? I gotta fight for great because Vivi.
Yes,
I gotta fight for great because of Vivi.
I was, and here's my thought process when you said great, because I got to great too, because I was thinking about, it's like, well, I love Vivi, Crocodile is my favorite villain, but then I thought about Zoro, Mr. One, and I said, all right, hold on. Like once I thought about Zoro, Mr. One, I was like, all right, hold on, man. This, because I was like, all right, because this is Zoro's best fight to this day. Zoro's best fight is versus Mr. One.
Oh, that was so. Oh my God! I feel like that was even like some type of hockey that he tuned into right there. That 100% was his best fight to this day. Oh my God!
I still think it is Zoro's. In terms of combat, this might be the hottest take I've ever had. I think in terms of combat, his greatest combat moment is that Shishi Son against Mr. One. The music, the aura, the blades. He said, thank you. I can surpass my limits. Just pure aura.
That was a hard as shit. And the reason why is because that was before One Piece got too ridiculous. It was it was still grounded. He was just a dude with a sword that was beat the fuck up. And he pulled that out of his ass. And then, like you said, he had that coal line. Yeah. I thought, man. Oof.
Yeah, it's in there. Okay, that's great. Now, Jaya's special to me. To me, I don't know how you feel about Jaya. Jaya is special.
I fuck with Jaya.
It's in my top 5.
I fuck with Jaya.
It's peak to me. Jaya is it's a love letter to me. I don't know where you land on Jaya. I don't know where you land on.
I fuck with Jaya. It's not like a personal thing. Why do you fuck with it so much? But I fuck with it. But like, why do you?
There's so much. But for me, it's obviously it's Blackbeard's speech, because I think Blackbeard's speech encapsulates the entire story. Everything about Blackbeard's speech is One Piece to me. But it's not just that. It's like, it's one of my favorite moments from Luffy ever. It's one of my favorite moments from Zoro ever. Where they're disrespecting you. It's just what you was talking about. Disrespecting you, spitting in your face. Literally, spitting in your face. Brutalizing you, smashing your head in the window. He told Zoro, don't fight him. Don't lift a finger. If they wanted to, they could have desecrated everything. Disrespected him. Didn't do nothing. Then Blackbeard looks at him and is like, you a real nigga. I smelled it on you. You a real nigga. Yeah. I knew you a real nigga. He said it to Nami. He said Nami was mad. He's like, hold on, sis. Slow down. You talking to 2 real bona fide thoroughbred niggas. Thoroughbred. This is like Blackbeard's like, I ain't seen quality like this yet.
That's 100% what happened.
And it was like, bro, and then it's like, that's just one part of it, because then it's the get back. Oh, so you gonna take this man who been fighting his whole life to find this gold for his father's story? We get the lore about Norland. So then you come in here, not only you disrespect me, my people, now you disrespecting another man's dream? Luffy was like, yo, I'll be right back. That's all he said. Yo, think about how hard that is for somebody to look at me, tell his crew, I'll be right back. Where you going?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yo,
bro,
you right.
Boy, came back, best punch in the story, rocked my man. One shot, blood on the fists. Blood on the fists. I'm like, yo, this is so metal. And
that was hard. Yeah.
And they find out his bounty. Yeah. They cry. I'm like, oh my God, we was messing with the wrong one. They ask him, Luffy, where you going? Blood on still. Bloody knuckles, nigga. Oh my God. Yo. Up here.
No, you're right.
It's peak.
That's peak. Actually, that is actually hard. Oh my God.
Jai is different.
I'm cool with that.
Jai is different.
I'm different. Man. You're right.
Only to find out later on, Blackbeard was like, "Oh, we gotta take his."
bro. Blackbeard funny as hell, bro. He's funny as fuck, bro.
He's funny, bro, because he came across the same dude that was with Bellamy talking all that trash. He was like, "Yo, don't touch me, dog." Blackbeard didn't breathe, think. He grabbed his head and chokeslammed that nigga into the wood. This ain't nothing. He's like, all right, we gonna go get Luffy.
That ain't funny, bro. He's so funny, bro. Like, man.
I love it. Jai was so good. Jai is so good. So
Jai was so good.
So Skypiea is interesting because I think we romanticize Skypiea so much, but there is a lot of fluff. Lot of fluff in Skypiea.
Yeah, they in the clouds. They in the clouds. That's what it's gonna be. I still love it. I give it a great. Like I fuck with it so heavy, but
Yes.
like yeah, but I agree with you, like with the fluff, and then also like, but that's also kind of like a testament because when like the final fight started happening and Nell was like just knocking people off like left and
Yes.
right, and then Luffy shows up like and just made out of rubber, and that's the whole reason. Like that was played for gags, but also it's like I don't know. Skypiea just honestly, if I'm being honest, I was about to try to lie and be like, yeah, the reason I like it is because all the themes and like all that's there. But I was about to lie. The real reason why it's great, bro, it is one of the funniest arcs in One Piece, bro.
Yes.
Luffy is
Oh my
trapped in
God.
that snake for the whole arc. He's in that fucking snake, and then it gets to a point, Jay. They go back to him. They cut away, and Nell is beating people the fuck up all across the island, right? They go back to Luffy. His dumb ass is wearing a crown. Like fuck it, I'm king of the cave now. I don't care what's going. Like he just does it. Like that shit. That shit is man. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna give it great. I love that.
That's
shit.
fair. That's fair. And it's funny because I agree with you. Skypiea is one of the funniest arcs in the story. That Luffy song is burned into my brain when he's singing that. Like, what is wrong with this man? He got Zoro swinging on the vine doing
Like
Tarzan noises.
Yeah,
what is wrong with this nigga? Like, and then still, funniest moment ever to me. It's my favorite One Piece moment ever. They on the boat. So it's Luffy, Sanji, and Usopp. They on the boat and they're just slowly sailing away. And it was like, yo, what's like? Do you know what's on the end of the tunnel? He said, God, probably nothing. Soon as they go out, the biggest drop I've ever seen in my life. And you pay to their faces, funniest face in One Piece ever. Like, Usopp's eyeballs are out, his teeth are out.
And then what's also funny, bro, remember when it was just Chopper on that boat and then the priest showed up and then he was blowing that whistle. He was like, right before Chopper was like, I'm going to be just fine. And then that dude pulled up and he was like,
Frame one. There was no lag. There's no input lag, nothing. Frame one.
Fucking panicked, bro.
Yo,
that shit was funny.
I love it. And then like that, bro, you got the Enel face, right? Enel's face to Luffy when he didn't have him.
Yeah.
The Usopp paper cuts. Like, bro, there's just too much humor. There was too much humor. I'm with you. I'm giving it great.
Hell yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay. Then Long Run, Long Island. Look, I love Afro Luffy. If you want to put it in bed, that's fine. Everybody hates it. I like Afro Luffy and I like Foxy. Foxy
bro.
funny.
Brother, put that in great. What you talking about? Listen to me, all right? That they go to an island and they do wacky races. I loved it, bro. They was goofing off. Like, it's a great to me because there was the joke where Luffy was just munching on the kiwi and Nami's like trying to get everybody. It's like, Luffy, what are you eating? He's like, a kiwi. And then he's eating it. There's like a long silence. He's like, you can't have any. So like, just fucking stop looking at me. And they raced that cheetah on the track and it was just a cheetah in some roller skates, brother. No, man. I love Long Ring, Long Land. That shit is funny as fuck, bro. It's just a cheetah in a jersey.
So I see, Goofy, this is why. One, this is why I wanted to collab with you. And two, I knew we were kindred spirits because we look at One Piece the same way. We look at the dumbest things and we love to talk about the stupidest stuff we see. How can you not love Afro Luffy, Usopp acting like that trainer, Sanji looking at Nami like, you don't understand. It's a man's game. Look what he's on. That's the same
that shit, bro.
It's the same stupidity. God. It's the same dumb thing that I attach myself to. And I'll tell people this. I've been watching One Piece for half my life. And one of the most vivid memories I have of One Piece is how many times I rewatched Long Ring, Long Land, and how many times I saw Foxy and his Noro Beam. And bro, like everything about that arc is pure comedy to me. From the slow old man to his stilts, everything, just stupidity, left, right, and center, bro. It's
all nonsense, and the underlying danger of like, oh, they might have to be like oh, we might have to join the Foxy crew. And it's like, that's the whole, like, you know, so it's like, you know, One Piece has to go on. So, you know, that's not going to happen. But the tension is like, they don't want to do, like, all of the pirates take it seriously. So it's like, yeah, if you lose this Davy back fight, like, yeah, you're just going to have to go be on Foxy's crew. And it's like, that's the whole stakes. And they're just doing dumb shit the whole time. I fucking love Long Ring Long Land. My God.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. And then, bro, the corrupt judge for the volleyball, bro. Do you remember when they were doing the dodgeball contest, right? That judge was so toxic. Like, they actually had to knock him out of the game. They had to take him out. Like, I was like, yo, man. I don't care what anyone says. Bare minimum, I'm putting it good, bro. I throw it in good.
I think it's great. Yeah, you can throw it good, but I love Long Ring Long Land. Hell yeah. I think good is safe. Yeah, good is safe. Good is safe. Because it didn't, like, I'm not gonna lie, it didn't change my life, but goddamn, it's funny. My God,
yeah,
it's
fun.
hilarious.
It's fun. I love it. Okay. Water 7.
Ooh. Now see, is that peak? I think that might be peak. Well, see, because I count Water 7 and Enies Lobby like they are, like, I count, like, I talk about them separately, but I would put them together. Like, I would put them together because, like, the climax of Enies Lobby, it is the catharsis that you want from Water 7. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was just Enies Lobby, it wouldn't hit the same. But it's because Water 7 came before that it was so good.
I'll put it, we could just put it all. Okay, so we could put both of them in peak because I think we both agree with that. And then
I'm with it.
Post Enies Lobby, I like Post Enies Lobby too, because that's with Frankie joining the crew. That's finding out about Dragon.
Right.
I would probably put that in just good.
I would too.
Because it was one of the better post arcs. Because I think
I
don't know if we get Ace versus Blackbeard in that, but we get some big Yako stuff and some Shichibukai stuff in this. I'm pretty sure.
I think we do get. I think that is Ace, but yeah, it was definitely. There's a lot of cool stuff happening, but it's like, like you said, it's like the build up part of it. I would put it in good.
Yeah, so I think that was good. Thriller Bark. Now again, put
that shit in the trash for me. I hate. Now hang on. Actually, my bad. Hang on.
Be honest, man. Hey, be honest now.
Yeah. And my bad. So I Thriller Bark is hilarious, and I just don't. There's a couple of things I don't fuck with. Absalom, I hate him.
That's fair.
I think the thing is, like, Thriller Bark is basically just an island full of sex offenders. Like, that's just what it is. Like, it's just a bunch of people, and it's so uncomfortable every time I try to rewatch it, and it's just like the whole thing. Hopscotch, whatever that doctor's name was. He has a Hogback.
Yes.
He had a fucking zombie person that just like Sindri just like forced it. That's fucked up. They were gonna marry Nami while she was unconscious. Then Sanji come out of nowhere like, I was gonna do the same thing you was gonna do. I was like, it's all of it together is just gross to me. But like, if I really have to, like, man, like, but it's funny as fuck too. It is really fucking funny. It's up there. It's really fucking funny when they're just walking through. They see the Cerberus and Luffy just punches in the face, and it was like, "You're our dog now. Let's go."
That was wild, dog. He beat the hell out that dog, man.
He was just asking everything to join the crew. He saw a skeleton in a tree, or it was a unicorn in a tree having tea, and he was like, "I'm gonna go ask them to join my crew." Like, it's all funny, but I think realistically, I can't put it any higher than average. That's just me. I can't because of how much I hate it, but so like,
we can balance it out because I would give it good. But even again, if I watched it in retrospect and I saw it, I'd be like, even as a kid, even as a 15-year-old, because I caught up to Thriller Bark in the manga. That was the first one I got in the manga because I saw Nightmare Luffy. That's the first manga page I remember is Nightmare Luffy. And even then, the naked stuff with Sanji, I didn't think it was funny. I was 14, and I was like, yo, this is weird, dog. Like,
this is and like
really unsettling. Like, Absalom is like, he's a rapist. Like, that's not.
Yeah, he's the dog.
Like, that's not an offender. He's an actual.
No, he is an actual. Like, he was fully gonna marry an unconscious person. He was you groping people in the shower. Like, I don't. And then they undercut that moment with like a gag immediately after Usopp walked in and saw Nami topless, and he was like, "Oh, thank you so much for flashing me." And I was still thoroughly like, I don't know if this is the time to joke, Oda, because like that was a really like dark scene that just happened. Not because Nami was distressed. That's why I to this day I can't like not that I can't watch Thriller Bark, but I don't really enjoy it because like that was a tense fucking scene, dude. Like it was like she was stressing out and whatever, and then he went back to the boat and groped Robin and then licked her on the face. I fucking hate that son of a bitch, bro. I swear I hate him.
He is trash. Yes, he is trash. Let's put it in average. Let's throw it in average. I'll put it over to Little Garden for sure. Saba Odie is peak.
Yeah.
That's like,
Saba Odie is peak. So yeah, Saba Odie is
to me, it's top 3 arc, easy money. I like Amazon Lily. I don't know if I'd call it great. I know I would put it in good for sure. Where do you stand
I
on
would say
Amazon
good.
Lily?
I just did a video on it. I would put it in good. I think it's definitely good because it was like, first of all, Luffy's only there for like 12 hours and he don't do anything besides be aggressively asexual the entire time. Like that's really it's funny as fuck. The funniest thing that happens is when they're in the bath and they're just cranking his hog. Like just like that was fucking hilarious. They were just like, yanking on that shit.
You're not feeling nothing, boy, because it would have
been
that is
crazy.
They would have had
what I'm saying, like even if it stretches, like he feels that, right? So it's like I don't know what's going on.
Impel Down, I think Impel Down is great.
I was about to say I would have to fight. Like I could never give it peak knowing what comes before and after. However, it is 100% great. Last year it's not only good because it's like, you know, like awesome action and like the plot moves forward, but it is funny as a bitch. Oh my God.
And it is underrated. It's super underrated. So
it's super underrated. Yeah.
We have Marineford. Obviously that's, I mean, God.
Yeah, that's gonna have to. Yeah.
Post-war was also really good too.
Yeah.
We get ASL. We get ASL in that one.
We do get ASL. I've no. Yeah, absolutely.
Return to Sabaody. Where do you land there?
Well, they didn't do. It's a funny ass arc, but like they're there for like it's the same thing with Amazon Lily. They're only there for like 3 hours. I put it in good. I would say that.
It's just Tomorrow Black, man. That's all I think. I'm like,
dead ass. Yeah.
It might even. I mean, it was hype because they back.
It might even. Yeah, it might even be average.
Might even be average.
Cap,
I was like, I was thinking. I was like, it might be. Yeah.
Yeah, it might even be average. They don't do. They just don't do anything.
No,
like that's it.
And Tomorrow Black was. The sooner he was gone, the better. That's kind of where I was at.
Yeah. 100%.
So Fishman Island is a mixed bag for me. I love
Fishman
Island so much. Just as a brother, I love Fishman Island so much.
I understand. Yeah.
I despise Vanderdecken with everything I have. Vanderdecken is a
There's another sex offender. Another sex offender. That's literally like
genuine stain on the series itself. I don't know what Oda's plan was. Whatever it was, it didn't hit. The Sanji nosebleeds, no plan. I didn't understand it.
I don't know. I don't know what was going on there. Because at first I was like, oh, okay, this is a gag. It was the 5th episode in, and I was like, all right, so this is a plot point. They need to save Sanji from being a pervert. How are they going to do that? Like that's
yeah. So if you want to go maximum,
maximum is good for me. Yeah, maximum is good for me.
And it's like, I think because of how good Fisher Tiger, Jinbei, Otahime, how good they were, learning more about Arlong, making Arlong twice as good as I thought he'd be, I got to give it good because I'd feel sick giving Fishman Island average because I love it.
You're right. That's true. No, I don't even count Fisher Tiger story as part of, but I should because that's when we learn it. Yeah, yeah, that's the truth. That's a real dog right there.
Fisher Tiger Tax is real. Koala. Right, the koala scene was
heavy. That's true.
Man, I cried. Yeah, heavily,
I did too.
The moment they hit, bro. The moment somebody hit koala and that instant trauma response, all them fish was like, "Oh, we know what that is. Yeah, we know what that is. We know what that is." So I was like, "All right, hold on now." They was like, "Hold on now. Take that baby. Take her."
Yeah, that's true. You're right. You know what? Yeah, I would say I would put it in good too for sure.
Yeah, man, because it was like, man, even the fisherman was like, "Damn."
I also like how what was his name? Horty Jones was just a meth addicted like fish that was like he didn't even really. I love when stories do something like that, and this story touched on racism, so it could show like, yeah, this guy is racist for literally no reason. He's just on meth and he's just like trying to like destabilize, like ruin fish-man relations, and then like all the good fish are like, yeah, humans and fish can get along. Here comes this ignorant ass fish, and just like for no reason at all, he's dumb as hell too. He did all them drugs, and then at the end of the arc, he was an old man. Like, so there was no plan. At no point were you ever actually a villain that we needed to consider. Like, you are just an idiot. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I'm with you on that 100%. Punk Hazard is funny.
Punk Hazard is hilarious. Hell yeah.
Punk Hazard is funny, but it's average. I
was about to say I would put it in good because of what it sets up. However, I can't put it in great. I cannot put it in great because the hypest thing we get is Aokiji pulling up, and that's when everybody's like gone. Like it's over at that point.
So there's the law Virgo moment is special. That's the special moment of Punk Hazard.
That's true.
When he cuts everything, the gears are turning, that's fire. But everything outside of that is like, okay, there's the kids, there's Caesar, there's the body switching, not Sanji just looking at Nami's boobs all the time, the Yeti cool brother.
Put that in average. I forgot about all that. I forgot about all that.
He's like, never mind. I lied.
Never mind. I forgot about that. He was just pulling her tits out and just like, I'm good on it.
It was the body swap was a problem. That was a problem.
And that was like the whole arc. They were in different. I was like, God damn, where is Law? Can we fucking get back?
And it was a Kinemon and just his lower half, and he's out here farting, and I was like, "Come on, man!"
Oh yeah. That was another. My God, yeah. Put that shit in average for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Dressrosa is so funny. I love and I hate Dressrosa.
I'm so glad you said that. I love and I hate Dressrosa. Oh my God, I'm trying to figure out. I definitely love it more than I hate it. I will say that for sure, 100%.
See, to Dressrosa, I wouldn't dare put it at the same level as Arlong Park and Barate, but I would put it above Amazon Lily. So I really think I would just put it at the top of good, and I think that's where
I'm 100% okay with that for sure, because it is definitely better than Amazon Lily, Post Indies Lobby, Long Ring. Like I'm okay with that. Hell yeah.
Yes, because it's almost like and in the anime trash manga peak, I said I don't think you understand how long it took for Luffy to actually get to real Doflamingo. It took forever for Luffy to get there.
A long ass time.
Reading the manga, it was awful. Long ass time. Like, it was an awful experience reading it. I promise you, boy. Binging it, you'd probably be able to survive. Reading that week to week, you thought it was bad reading some of these current arcs week to week. You would have killed yourself reading Dressrosa.
I think I might have actually. I really do, because I was luckily when I got into One Piece, we was already through with Dressrosa, so I was I was hauling it.
I wasn't, boy. I was tormented week after week. I said, we still. Why he fighting a Dofi clone and he getting saved by Abdullah and Jeet? I said, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, we were just doing shit. Law got his arm cut off, and that was like, but Jay, wait, the Scar, that fucking puppet crying in the Scarlet. Like I was fucking, oh my God, that was fucking, ooh.
So it's because that's the good, right? Because
that's the good. I'm cool with it's good.
Law flashback, Gear 4, that's the good. That's what makes it overwhelmingly good. But it's at the top of good because in order for me to put it at great, you can't have that many flaws. And Dressrosa got a lot of flaws. That's the problem.
They were just doing shit at one point. We was learning shit about people. Who was that dude in Dellinger, the dude in high heels? Like, I didn't need to know too much about him. Like, what's he doing? Senior Pink got a back. People like Senior Pink. Like, listen, I'm not saying I hate Senior Pink's backstory, but I didn't need to spend an episode learning about Senior Pink's backstory. Like, they didn't have to make him, especially since we don't know anything else about him. Like after that, like I don't know.
Yeah, he was this. Yeah, he was trash, man. Zoe. I love Zoe. I love it. What do you think of Zoe?
I love Zoe too. It's just like it's a great, but I forgot because there's two parts of Zoe. There's the Zoe when Sanji was there, and then there's the Zoe when Sanji isn't there. But we learn it all while we're there. I fuck with Zoe. I have nothing bad to say about it. It's just like, I'd probably, I guess, put it in good for sure. Like, but it's just like, because nothing happens for real. No, wait. Oh my God, no. I'm so sorry. It's great. It's great. I'm so sorry. I forgot all about Raizo and that moment. Oh my God, that moment where it's Raizo safe. No, I'm my bad. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I would put it in great for sure.
That's it, man.
Oh my God.
Zoe is the picture of loyalty.
It truly is.
That is true loyalty. Zoe
that might even be peak to me, actually, dude. That moment, bro.
If you want to put Zoe in peak, I'm not gonna get mad because I think it's the last one that would really get into peak for me. So if you want to put Zoe in peak, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad.
Oh, if that's the last, I'm gonna keep it in great because if that's the last one, I want to fight for Whole Cake. Whole Cake is like that's my favorite arc ever. But I'm cool with splitting the difference. If you don't fuck with the Whole Cake and just put it in great, actually, I'm cool with that.
So I'm one of the main people that really goes to bat for Whole Cake because I did like Whole Cake. Big Mom and the wedding cake thing was annoying, and I really wish Sanji got a fight.
Yeah,
but I also love Sanji's backstory. Right, as a Sanji fan, I loved Whole Cake. We got the best fight in the series, Luffy versus Katakuri. Right, or you want to throw Rob Lucci in there, but I love Whole Cake. I do. Would I give it great?
I would for sure. I like it would. It's in my that's my favorite arc, so I would put it even in peak because when Sanji's rolling away on that cart and he's like crying, and then Luffy's like he tells him like you thought you could drive, like that scene, bro, chokes me up every single time. Like and then Sanji's character, we really get to understand him. Like it's just for me in peak, but I would realistically argue with it because I know like maybe it's not everybody's cup of tea. I would realistically argue for great, but to me, like Whole Cake is like my absolute favorite arc. So,
okay, I don't because it's like you compared to Dressrosa, and if Dressrosa at the top, I'm taking Whole Cake over Dressrosa. Period. Like
right.
That's gonna happen. And when I'm thinking about what I love, right? I love Katakuri. I love the concept of Future Sight. I love the fight. The conclusion pissed me off.
Oh, what part of the conclusion? You talking about the Big Mom parts where the
No, the Katakuri, the conclusion of the fight. The conclusion of the fight pissed me off.
Oh,
it didn't really seem like Luffy got his W. Even though Katakuri conceded and he got the last hit, it's like, and there was so much beef about it. Oh my God, the beef was wild.
I could see that. Yeah,
I was upset about Sanji not getting a fight. The baking the cake is fine, but that's to me it's a minor gripe because his backstory I love Sanji's backstory quite a bit. The fight with Cracker was toxic because that took a while.
Yeah, that was
real gimmick. That was real gimmicky.
That was yeah.
Chopping them damn trees was crazy.
That was
but
that was crazy.
There was also the Brook, right? Brook and Big Mom, which was funny. That was hilarious. It was very funny.
That was funny. And he was real about it. He was just like, "Hey, I can't leave. You're gonna have to come up off them poneglyph prints, okay?
Yeah,
like I'm
gonna have to."
Like
Brook
and he stood 10 toes.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a big Capone. I'm a big Capone guy. He's my favorite supernova outside of Law. You know, with Lopez, right?
I fuck with him.
You know, so I'm willing to meet in the middle and we just put it great. I can do that.
Let's do it. Cool. I'm with it. I'm 100% with that.
Okay, so we could put Whole Cake in great. The Reverie is one of the most memorable moments in the community in general. That's with the giant straw hat, Shirahoshi, Shanks.
Oh my God.
Do you know what I'm saying? The Reverie is
now
great.
See. It is great. It is great. I couldn't put it in peak because that was just a snake nest of like shit that Oda was like, he didn't even pretend to answer any of the shit that he was like. No, he was like, you're not going to learn about this maybe forever. Learn about nothing,
but I'm going to show you
maybe forever. But I'm going to show you a bunch of stuff.
And that's the first time Inu sat on that chair, right? I'm pretty sure that's the first time. Yeah. Okay. So
it's also when Cobra, right? When Cobra got fucked up and
yes.
Yeah. That's great. I'm cool with it.
I don't think Cobra got cooked. I think Cobra went there. He said he wanted to meet with them, and then we found out he was killed, and then we saw what happened. Yeah. So I'm putting the Reverie at great. Wano, I'm with it. Hey man, you know where I stand in Wano, man. So
I do. I do. Well, I do know. I like Wano a lot, and I'm trying to think of the worst parts of it to tip because off rip I instinctually want to give it like a great.
And that's
maybe
fine.
even maybe even it's like, what do we have in peak? Like before I like
So
say
peak,
blasphemy.
we've got Jaya, Sabaody, Water 7, Ennis Lobby, Marine Ford, and Post Marine Ford.
I think maybe because it's just like you already know like the different pros like as far as like Gear 5 and like I do think there's a lot that it doesn't follow up on. The reason why that never bothered me is because I thought it was like obvious we were gonna go back to Wano. Now I'm not so sure. We
Yeah.
got some, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm not so sure. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I would be willing. I would say, especially considering how much I know you passionately dislike it, I would never deign to suggest we put it in peak. So I'm just gonna say, me great. That's all I'm gonna say.
So I had a feeling you would put Wano in great, and then now it's like, it's more like, so it's not a secret that people know I dislike Wano. Unironically, it is my most popular video essay to this day. It's at like 170K views. It's a 56-minute video where 10 to 15 minutes of it is me talking positive.
There you go.
A
Factor that in. It got you paid.
A progressive crash out. It's one of my favorite videos ever. Okay. I would not call
this
it
about to hurt his soul. My God, it's about to hurt your soul.
I wouldn't call it horrible. No matter how much I dislike, I don't know. I would not call it horrible because there are a lot of things I like. All of Act 1. I like Act 1.
Yes.
A lot, actually. Yeah. I really, really do.
Act 1 is amazing.
Luffy versus Kaido is cool, although Oda lied about not ending it with a big punch. That's more of a minor gripe.
He literally what he did, yeah.
Kaido, I loved Kaido, and I actually love Kid. You know what? Part of me is like, I think Wano really did traumatize me because, like, I loved Kid. Loved him. Mm-hmm. And I also loved Kaido. I was like, yo, Kaido about to be different. He about to be special. And because of my expectations, I'm bitter. Right? It turned me bitter. I'm like a bitter ex. That's really what I am with Wano. It's one of them things. Yeah, so.
I mean, to be fair, though, Kaido was different. They was on that roof for 2 years, Jay. We were fighting Kaido for so long to the point to where Oda was like, fuck it, just punch him, and then it's over.
Kaido from a combat standpoint, exceptional. Like, I'm talking like the best.
Oh, you're talking about a character.
Yeah, I'm talking about
like a.
Kaido is a savant. He got crazy bag. Kaido's bag is so deep. Sure. It's a special bag. It really is.
It's incredible.
Yeah, I ain't got no issues. Now, Kid ain't got no bag. So that's where we're the opposite. Kid is WWE and throwing metal. That's what he is really. Yeah, but a little bit of Mickey magnetism in there. I'm just like, bro, you could have been Magneto, but you were just a magnet. But let's just leave that there. So
God.
So I am going to, since we got great, and I would probably put it at bad to average. This would average out to average. So, are you okay?
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Like you got to be honest. I understand.
Sees a Jay stream that has 1 on average, you know that I compromised. That's all you need to see. That should be it. Egghead is so interesting because it's a bare minimum good. Would I put Egghead great? I think I gave it an 8 out of 10. Because I think it's great. Kuma.
I would for sure put it in great. I think you could argue for peak. I don't think it personally for me it was peak, but like I think for me the lowest it would be is great. Like that shit was amazing. Like I fucked with Egghead so crazy.
Yeah, because Kuma meant so much to me. I would put Egghead in the same tier emotionally as like Arlong Park, right? Baratier, maybe even higher. Mainly just
I was about to say, that off intensity. Yeah, off intensity, I would say it's higher, but like I know what you mean. Like it did the same thing at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like so, like you've already experienced Arlong Park, and like so this is like a new feeling because it's hard for an arc to give you the same feeling as Arlong Park or Baratier. So for Egghead, you know what I'm saying? So I get exactly what you mean. So I'm with you there.
And I think it's like the only real issues I had with Egghead was really just the Gorosei. That's it. I don't really have any other issues.
Sorry, bro.
Gorosei were trash, man. Except for Top Man. Top Man, that boy was farming, boy. Top Man.
He was.
Hey.
He was. Hey.
So that's it. That's the tier list. We've got Jaya, Sabaody, Water 7, Ennis Lobby, Marine 4, Post-War, and Peak. The great arcs, we got Baratier, Arlong Park, Egghead, Alabasta, Sky P, Impel Down, Zoe, Whole Cake, and the Reverie. I like how that sounds. Good.
I like that.
Dressrosa, Amazon, Lily, Post Ennis Lobby, Long Way, Long Line. I know some people will be mad at that, but they can just
Those are all the arcs that some people would say that are hard to get through, except for maybe
yes,
Skypea. We didn't put that in there, but like
yeah,
that's
exactly.
yeah.
That's right. And then Drum Island. I mean, looking at Drum Island now, it just seems a little disrespectful. Because I would put Drum Island over Amazon
Yeah,
Lily.
I would for sure.
I would.
I mean,
Would you put it over Dressrosa?
oh hell yeah, I would easily. I would put it over Dressrosa. Like it's not. That sounds disrespectful. Let me try to temper that. I would. The only reason I say easily is because it's simpler. Dressrosa, there was so much we had to keep track of. With Drum Island, it was a really tight emotional story that we got not only for Chopper but for Dr. Hiruluke, and then you get the cherry blossoms at the end, and then we get a pet at the end of it. To me, it's a no-brainer. Like it's a little bit.
There are significantly less flaws in Drum Island than there are in Dressrosa.
Yes.
And I honestly, I want to swap the Reverie and Drum Island. I think I kind of want to swap that.
Hey, I would. Hey, yeah, go for it. I'm cool with that because again, the Reverie. You know what I'm saying? That's just. Yeah, I'm 100% with that.
Yeah. So I think that works. I think that
Hell
works.
yeah.
So then we got Dressrosa, Reverie, Amazon Lily, Post Ennis Lobby, Long Wind, Long Land, Romance Dawn, Fisherman Island. I think that works. Average Wano.
Yeah, this
Punk,
yeah, damn.
Punk Hazard, Return to Sabaody, Thrillerburg, Little Garden, Orange Town, Reverse Mountain, Logtown, Whiskey Peak, and then Bad Sur Village, which is hilarious, but right where it deserves, right down there.
It was like on all the other ones we compromised, but then we got to Sur Village, like put that shit in Bad,
put
bro.
that right
that
down there.
Yeah,
get it out of here, man.
shit.
That's it. Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that. Okay, I'm good with this. You good with this?
I love it. Yeah, I think we made some good compromises. I think I can live with this.
I think yeah. So honest handshake, we can live with that. So So I obviously lied and said this would only go on for an hour and a half. This is 2 hours now, 2 hours and 10 minutes actually. So I gotta wrap up this stream for sure. So is there any closing thoughts that you have?
Hey man, closing thoughts. Just this is what One Piece is about, man. It's about thinking about all the stuff that you watched or read, and then putting it in order. Like how what's most important to you. So like I just love these talks, thinking about my favorite arcs and everything from before. I don't even remember what we were talking about, but that shit was fucking like it was all. This is what it's about. Like One Piece just gets you really invested in all of it, and I'm just happy to be here.
Absolutely, man. I'm happy to have you. It was a great stream. I did not think we'd be talking about what we talked about, but I'm glad because to me, that's a refreshing conversation on One Piece. Most people don't talk about it like that. So once we get into stuff like that, I'm like, bro, I'm ready to talk. I'm ready. And we had to cut it short because we really didn't even get into like specific examples. Right? We really didn't. So we had to cut that short. So I think next time, what we'll probably do, we're definitely gonna be doing a part 2. Obviously, if you're down.
Yep.
But
yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
We'll definitely be doing a part 2. So we'll stay tuned for that. I didn't even get into some of y'all questions, so my bad. That's actually I asked the question in the community post, but we'll get to that. So we'll be doing a part 2. So everybody, obviously, if you have not subscribed to Mugiwara no Goofy, great channel, right? He's a friend of the family, right? So thanks for coming through, bro. Definitely appreciate you.
Amen. Of course.
Yes, sir. And we'll be out. I'm out, y'all. Take care. Have a good night.
Deuces.
Peace.